There is only one dream, one prize, one YouTube channel to catch all the action on, one moment of glory, to get your name etched with the greatest of all time. We all want it. We all need it. Only one will get it. This is our year. This is our time to live, to fight, to win. Lord Stanley, we are coming for you. Subscribe today and don't miss out. Let's go, Panthers! Tonight is the night, hockey fans. What's it going to be? Are we getting a Game 5, or is this series done and the Panthers booking a trip to the Stanley Cup Final for the third year in a row? Will it be, wallopy, will it be? What is it going to be tonight? This is what it all comes down to. Game 4, the Panthers looking to bring out the brooms tonight. This one should be an absolute banger. So what's going on? Ulysses, how's it going? Dallas, what's shaking? Good to see you. Das, what's going on? Welcome in. Shang, what's up? Welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Rob, hello there, Rob. Rick, good to see you. Bradley, welcome in. How's it going? Citizen X, good to see you here. Daniel Barry in the house. Kathleen, how's it going? TJ, what's up? Dion, hello there. Alan, good to see you. Noah's Ark, hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Jamal, what's up? Jeff, how's it going? Brandon, good to see you. Sam, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in, Joshua. And I think, did we get everybody? I don't know. We'll catch, if we missed you, we'll catch you on the flip side. Riki, how's it going? Welcome in. Big show. Stefan, what's up, buddy? Jeremy, how's it going? Big game tonight. Storm Chaser. Bill, hello there. Welcome to you both. Let's go. This is going to be absolutely huge. Of course, we had a weekend on the road, so it's good to be back. We missed you all, and we're ready for some hockey. Emily, what's going on? Welcome in. Now, the Panthers, they are trying to keep 2 perfect records intact against the Hurricanes in Game 4 here tonight. I bet you didn't know that. The Panthers have won 7 straight games against the Hurricanes in the conference final going back to 2023. They're also on a 3-0 all-time roll when they have a chance to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Major Walker, how's it going? Welcome in. Florida won Game 7 against the Pittsburgh Penguins in 1996 conference final after winning Game 6 to stay alive. They swept the Hurricanes in 2023 and, of course, won Game 6 in the conference final against the Rangers last year after taking a 3-2 lead in that best-of-7 series. In short, what does that all mean? It means the Panthers know how to win. The Panthers know how to get it done. Now, 2 years ago, they went to the Stanley Cup Final and they ran into a red-hot Las Vegas team. The Cats were hurt. The Cats were just really beat up. They went back last year. They hoisted the Grail and they got it done. This year, they're looking to do it again. Ready? How's it going? Welcome in. But they got to go through these Canes. The Canes right now, their life is on the line. Their hockey life is on the line. They are looking to figure out a way of extending this series. Freddie Anderson is going to be back in net. We're going to go over the lineups again. And it's one thing to get stops. And stops they need because the Panthers have been putting up big numbers. 5 goals they scored in Game 1. 5 goals in Game 2. 6 goals in Game 3. They need stops from their tenders, but they need to find a way to score. They scored 2 in Game 1, none in Game 2, and only 2 in Game 3. The Canes need to score. The Canes need some stops, and the Panthers, they are just going to play their game and run all over it. Jack, what's going on? Rex, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. All right, let's get to the lineups tonight. Who is going to be in? Who is going to be out? First, for the Carolina Hurricanes, and it's odd to think this could be the last time we're announcing the Hurricanes lineup. JDA, what's going on, brother? We got Taylor Hall, who, by the way, is having a abysmal series. Sebastian Aho and Seth Jarvis. We got Svechnikov with Kotkaniemi and Jackson Blake. And by the way, Jesper Kotkaniemi, this guy's been all over the lineup. He's been a healthy scratch. He's been on the 4th line. He's moving up to the 2nd line. They're trying to find a way to put him in and get things going. On the 3rd line, Martin Hook is going to be with Stahl and Logan Stankoven. And the question is this going to be Jordan Stahl's last kick at the can? How long is Jordan Stahl going to keep it going for? And then William Carrier with Mark Jankowski and Eric Robinson. That is going to make up the forward lines. What if the Canes obliterate the Cats, keep the money flowing? If that happens, Rob, I will fall off my chair and be shocked. I would absolutely be shocked. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Sunset near Timmins coming. The Canes will skate out of the rink for the last time tonight. John, calling it. We will see. Mr. Snow, how's it going? Welcome in. Darcy, how's it going? Dan, welcome in. Now, on the D side, we got Niskanen with Orlov, Gostisbehere with Morrow, and, of course, Slavin with Burns. Greg, how's it going? Welcome in. And Freddie Anderson, like we said, Freddie Anderson getting that start back in here tonight. For the Florida Panthers, it pleases me to call it, Evan Rodriguez is going to be back with Barkov, and Jesper Boqvist is going to be in there. Of course, Sam Reinhart taking that hipper on the knee, hip check to the knee, kind of knocked his knee funny. They're saying he's day-to-day. It kind of looked really gnarly if you ask me. Jonathan, how's it going? Matt, welcome in. Nathan, hello there. So we don't know about Sam Reinhart. They say day-to-day. Is it really, though? We will find out. But Boquist is going to slide in with Barkov and Rodriguez. I personally was hoping for Sam Miskevich, but we'll take Boki. Boquist gets it done. We got Carter Verhage with Sam Bennett and Matt Kachuk. We're going to be playing the water drinking game tonight. So if you have your, or Gatorade, if you have your beverage of choice, every time Sam Bennett throws a slew foot or an elbow, you got to take a drink. It's just the way it goes. We got Listerainen with Lundell and Brad Marchand. Then it's Nico Sturm with Thomas Nosek and Yona Gadovich. On the D side for the Panthers, Forsling and Ekblad. We got Balinskis and Jones, and then Schmidt and Kulikov, and last but not least, Sergei Bobrovsky making his return between the pipes to tend the twine, to shut the door. And how many is going to sneak through him tonight? Probably not that many. Rolrick, what's going on? Hello, hockey fans. And how many minutes or hours the game begins? So we're talking probably about 15, 14 minutes away, something like that. Usually around 8, 10 or so, they'll get the anthems going, Rolrick. So we're not too far away. Gordon, how's it going? Parker, what's up? Welcome in. Nolan, how's it going? Welcome in. Joshua, welcome in. Again, thank you everybody for joining us, hitting those like buttons. Make sure you're trapping that thumbs up. Trapping? What did I say trapping? Hitting that thumbs up. Click that thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed for the main event of this evening. Now, these two teams, like we said, 5-2, the Panthers did it in game 1, 5-0 in game 2, 6-2 against Carolina in game 3 just the other night. So I hope if you're a betting person, if you're playing the odds, please play responsibly and play within your limits. But I think it's a safe bet to go with the over tonight. I think it's safe. James, what's going on? I hope hockey happens. I hope we get some good hockey, James. I hope we get some real good hockey. Beetlejuicette, how's it going? Welcome in. Stefan, what's going on? Should I be here? You give code blink twice. So that's your choice, buddy. Your choice. So I think the over going to be tonight. I'm expecting at least 4 for Florida tonight. And I think it's going to be a little closer. I think Carolina's going to get 3, but I don't think they're going to get more than that. 4-3 is where I'm putting my money tonight. 4-3 is what I think the final will be. Now, the hot hands, of course, Alex Barkov, 15 points. He's lighting it up. Sam Bennett with 9 goals. Matt Kachuk with 10 assists. For the Canes, Seth Jarvis, 13 points. Svechnikov, 8 goals. Aho with 8 assists. They are just getting things done. However, it's the Panthers D that is looking absolutely solid. Ekblad, he's got 10 points in these playoffs. Schmidt's got 7. Jones has 6. Mikola's got 5. He's got 3 goals, and I think almost all of them in this series. Kulikov's been playing well. He's got 4 points. And it's not just the points. Jones is plus 11. Forsling plus 11. Ekblad plus 7. Mikola plus 6. Schmidt plus 6. Blzinkus plus 4. The only D that's not is Kulikov, and he's at plus 1. They have been red hot. When we compare that to the Canes, of course, the Canes, they've been blowing up lately, but they still have a couple guys with decent plus minuses. On the D side, Slavin is plus 7. Chatfield is plus 6. Then it goes really bad. We got Gostisbehere, who's minus 9. Morrow at minus 5. Niskanen at minus 4. Burns and Orlov are an even 0. They need to figure it out. B. Disney, how's it going? Welcome in. Joe, welcome in. Going 5-3. Joe's going to one-up me. He goes, Sam, it's not going to be 4-3. We're going 5-3. We're going to put that empty netter in there. The little insurance going to be 5-3. Do you have a snack? I don't have any snack today, Jordan. Just the drinks. Amelia, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome. Are you from Canada? Rolrick, I am from Canada. We are from the Toronto area, just outside, and we love it. Mikola is your favorite player right now. Alu, he has been so good. He has been so good. Parker, you're predicting 5-1, going 5-1. Nice. I tell you, Mikola, he moves the puck well. He's a hard-hitting defenseman. He's throwing lots of hits. He's finishing his checks. He's just absolutely a monster right now. He is playing next level. So are the goaltenders. Bobrovsky, 11 11-4, a 2.12 goals against and a 9.11 save percentage. That is absolutely climbing up. He's doing a great job. On the flip side, Freddie Anderson, who's been struggling, 7-4 with now a 2.01 goals against and a 9.07 save percentage. So still decent numbers. Jamal, that's amazing. Greg, what's going on? Jose, how's it going? Welcome in. Do you have that broom ready? Oh, we got it ready. We might not have the broom, but we got the spray. We got the air spray, right? We don't have the broom to sweep it away, but we got the air. We'll blow them away. Oh, but yeah, we're set and ready to go. Marchand with a trick. Wouldn't that be something? All right, the one thing we do have to look at, the one thing we do have to call out, and we need to know who is calling the penalties, because penalties in these playoffs in general have been a disaster. They have been really bad. Who is calling the penalties? Well, it is going to be Garrett Rank and Jean Hebert going to be calling the penalties tonight. Baven Mills and Devin Berg on the lines. So I wish we could pull up stats on some of the referees to see what their percentages are, good calls or missed calls, but hey, that's who we have. JDA coming in with the $6.99. Thank you for being awesome. Get some snacks. JDA, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I get some chips and dip going a little later. Although, you know what we picked up the other day? Oh, I left it on the table. I might have to sneak away. We picked up a couple packs of Glossette peanuts. We talked about it on stream and we found some. We got the Glossette peanuts going on. We might have to go pick those up and bring them over a little bit later. James, how's it going? Welcome in. Jonathan, good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Again, thank you for popping in. Thank you for being here. I love it. Dropping in the pickles, the socks, all the emojis coming in. Jess, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yes, we were on the road this weekend, but we are back here. We are locked, stocked, and ready to play some hockey, ready for the Cats to finish this one out. Now, the Hurricanes / Hartford Whalers, because remember, they were the Hartford Whalers. So the Canes Whalers franchise are 17-17 when facing elimination in a best-of-7 series and 6-8 when playing on the road. Svechnikov can tie the third most goals in a postseason by a player in Hurricanes Whalers history, with Ray Whitney, Eric Stahl, and Corey Stillman all putting up 9 points, or all with 9 in 2006. So he's got 9 right now. He's looking to get up there. The franchise list is topped by Brind'Amour, who had 12, Stahl with 10 in 2009. So he's looking to get going. Brad Marchand, who's 24 points in 35 games, enters play with the 4th most points among active players in potential series clinching games. So whoever it was that said Brad Marchand could get a hat trick, you might not be far off. You know, he is leading 4th most among active players with most points. So listen, Brad Marchand really is putting the puck in the net when it matters. Randy, how's it going? Andrew, how's it going? The only others with more than Brad Marchand are Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Patrick Kane. So that's some pretty dosh darn good company right there. Florida Park Explorers, what's up, Bear Shark? Good to see you. Our partner channel in the house. Check them out, bringing all the magic from the Florida parks, the shopping, the treats, all the good stuff. Make sure to check out Florida Park Explorers. Thank you so much. Storm Chaser coming in with the super chat, the super sticker, getting ready. Thank you, Storm Chasers. And the last little tidbit here, the Panthers are 13-10 in potential series clinching games, which include a 3-0 record when there's an opportunity to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Game 7 of the 96, Game 4 of the 2023, and Game 6 of 2024, all in the conference finals, ready to advance over. Oh boy, this is going to be an absolute banger tonight. The lights are down. They're getting set to go. We got our towels ready. We got our towels set. We are ready to go. 20 months. Thank you, Bear Shark and the Florida Park Explorers, best sports broadcaster ever. We appreciate you and thank you so much for the kind words. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Where's the clock? 8:05. We are moments away. They're going to their last commercial break. When they return, hopefully they're going to bring us down to ice level and get things set and ready to go. Now, we kind of put it in earlier. I gave you my prediction. I saw some of your predictions coming in. What are your score predictions? If you didn't drop it in earlier, make sure to get them in. User, what's going on? Go Panthers. Love it. His playstyle reminds me of another Finnish player. Olli Jokinen. Absolutely. Olli Jokinen was amazing. RK, what's going on? What's the Sammy plan? The Sammy plan is do not hire me for management in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. Oh, my goodness. They're actually, RK, are you surprised they're not replacing him? I'm not. I think it's a great call by Pelly. A great call by Pelly. Going 4-1. All right, 10-0. Noah, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I see being the Rangers fan is still fresh in your mind with those big scores there. Bennett, Gustav, Dimitri Kula, all your Tim Horton picks. Randy, those are good. Aramoon, what's going on? It's going to get crazy. Welcoming 7-1. Jamal's going 7-1. Whoa, big scores. Big scores. Vic going 5-2. 5-2, giving a little respect, not a whole lot. I can grab my wife's broom after she gets home. There you go, Dave. Sam's going 5-0. 5-0. They're going to shut it. What? Oh, 5-0 Cats. That would be sweet. No, I didn't. I can grab. Sam says, in your opinion, have the Hurricanes run out of gas or the Panthers just that good? The Panthers are just that good. They're playing next level, Sam. They are playing absolutely next level. 7-0. And you know, it's funny. A lot of Leaf fans are walking around the last couple of days going, maybe the Maple Leafs weren't so bad. They just ran into a darn really good hockey team in the Florida Panthers. Maybe we shouldn't have been so hard on them. All right, they're ready, getting set. I'm on mute. There we go. All right, we're getting to go. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock. Scoreboard up top. Here is where all the shots are going to be. You're going to see on the ice where they're shooting from, where they're scoring from. Here in the elbow space, in the Sam Bennett square, this is going to be who has possession, where the puck is going. You'll be able to tell. And on the far side, it's going to show you who's on the ice. As the Florida Panthers now making their way on. Sam, do we just keep an open channel so we can chat each other, even if no one is playing? Yeah, Kathleen, yeah, I wish. That's what the Discord is for, Kathleen. That's what the Discord can be for. I bet the Corona girls are stocked tonight. Wave those towels. James, absolutely. And a big shout out to Julie and all of our friends in the Corona Club at Amarant Arena. They are going to be rocking it today. They're going to be busy. Adam, how's it going? Derek going with 5-1. 6-1 for Randy. Luke, what's up? Glenn, how's it going? Glenn's calling overtime. Wow. Glenn for the dramatics. I have a new respect for Marshawn after heard he made his big donations to church. I didn't, Dan. I did not hear about that. I did not hear about that. All right, they're coming on. We're going to get set to go. Make sure you hit that subscribe over there. This is going to be an epic game tonight. They're just making the starting lineups, and then we will bring this in. We're so close. So close. Mega, yes, indeed. I was watching yesterday from the car, listening along. Kenzie, how's it going? Welcome in. Franco, Michael, welcome, welcome. We are set to go. Who am I wearing? The question is, who am I wearing tonight? Well, it's one and only. Where is it? I can't bend down that low. We'll go this side. Number 23, Carter Verhaeghe. The man, the myth, the goal-scoring machine. Canes going. Josh, you're calling the Canes to win. Johnny, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Thank you all so much. All right, get out of this. Let's bring the anthems in and get set to play some hockey. They are moments away. We're just waiting for them to cut over. Just cut over. Just do it. Hit that thumbs up for us. Get those likes going. Now let's get ready to play some hockey. The crowd is fired up right now. The crowd is flying. Dave, how's it going?
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us. 100-year-old World War II veteran. Wow. Technician 4th grade Richard Rossi.
100 years old.
Army.
Nicholas, how's it going?
Service and dedication to our country. Please rise and remove your caps. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome John Acosta.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice job. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, you know what that means. The sun is setting in sunrise, and they're at the Amarant Arena. It's time to play some hockey. Game 4 is about to get underway. Vi, how's it going, bud? WBH, welcome in. Frank, welcome in. Gio, good to see ya. Dave, what's up? The lights are coming on. The Let's Go Panthers chats are echoing around the arena. It's about time. It's about time to drop this puck. Will this be the last game for Freddie Anderson and the Carolina Hurricanes? Or will they live to fight another day? This game is going to be a vicious one. That's right, Sam. Thank you. It is Memorial Day for our friends down in the States. So please make sure you are remembering those who fought for you. All right. It's time to play. We're at center ice. John B., what's going on? And here we go. Off the draw. Game on, as they say. Here we go. Carolina with the first puck. They're going to bring it up to the red line. Florida battling for it. Going to take this one away. Kulikov over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez stepping into the line, playing this one down in the corner. Boquist with a sharp angle shot. This is going to go wide. Nicholas, how's it going? Hayden, welcome in. Coming around over on the side. Stefan with the freeze as Rodriguez is going to drop this one over.
Prepare to fight.
Thank you, Stefan. Carolina trying to steal this one out. Barkov not letting it happen. Plays it into the middle of the ice. Now it's cleared. Here they come. Carolina over the line through the neutral zone. And that's taken away through the slot area. CM, what's going on? You got your Bruins jersey. Nice. Forsling going to work this one back across. Verhaeghe trying to steal it. He can't. This is going to be played up. Stankoven trying to get it to Martin Hook. Cut off here in the corner. And Florida going to turn around in their own zone. One of the things Florida has done easily. And here's a 2-on-1. Verhaeghe shooting. That goes wide. Florida very easily has worked the puck real well in their own zone. Able to pick up the puck and move it with ease. This coming around down in the corner. Florida keeping it in, centering it in front. They can't connect. Carolina going to work it the other way. Over the line, this is going to be dumped in. Svechnikov chasing it in the corner. He can't come up with it. And again, the Cats going to flip this one out to the red line. They're going to look to turn this one around. This is dumped right back in. Bob is going to come out to play it. He's going to kick it over to the corner. Jones flips this one up. Carolina batting it down, and they're going to put it right back into the Florida zone down in the corner. Might not be Florida's best interest to sweep the long breaks. That's true, Jose. That's a really good call. This shot is going to get blocked. You're at the game. CM Scout. Enjoy. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. D Saturday, what's going on? Down in the corner. Bob going to make sure this stays behind the net. Florida going to work it out to the far side of the ice. Now over to the near. Here they come. Kulikov going to hit the line. Dumps this one in around the boards. Picked up here by Orlov. He's going to send this over to Morrow. Morrow, long cross-ice pass. That's bobbled. Schmidt comes up with the loose puck. tries to play it ahead. Carolina brings it right back in the zone. Trying to feed it through the slot. Cannot connect with Taylor Hall. This coming around to the point. It's shot and deflected right on. And Bobrovsky going to take this one in the chest as Taylor Hall takes a bump, and Schmidt is mixing it up with Kotkaniemi already. Jesper Kotkaniemi and Nate Schmidt getting mixed up there at the side of the net, giving a little pushing and shoving. But a good start, a little conservative start here, a little slower pace than what we've seen normally. All the pressure on this game is on Carolina right now. Florida just needs to play their game. They've got 3 shots to win this series and move on. 4 shots, excuse me, to win this and move on. So here we go, face off to the left of Bobrovsky if you're looking from his vantage point. Off the draw, Florida going to win this back. It came right in front of the net. Picked up by Schmidt. He's going to work it up to Gadovich. He bobbles that one. It comes all the way back to Orlov. Orlov going to turn this one around across. Going to work this one back through. Here's a long pass. This miss is going to come all the way down. There should be an icing call. And it is. Icing is called. So this is going to come all the way back. And Florida really just going with it right now. Florida's just rolling with it. Just rolling with it, trying to get there, you know, weather the storm. Just weathering that storm. That's okay. They're going to play their game. They're going to do their thing. Back to the line. Carolina turning, shooting. That's going to be deflected into the corner. Carolina picks up the loose puck around the board. Slavin going to keep this one in. Trying to get it to Jarvis. Walking in the corner. Back to the line. Slavin's shot, and that's going to go wide. Aho couldn't get a stick on it. Hey, Beverly, how's it going? Annie coming in with that subscribe. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. This working back around. Down in the corner here, Schmidt. Schmidt going to rip this one around the boards. Comes out. Slavin going to come back to pick this one up. He throws it all the way up for Jarvis. That's a missed pass. And that's going to be an icing this time on Carolina. Ben, thank you for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Oilers versus Panthers too. Joe, I think so. That's kind of my feeling as well. Kyle, how's it going? Welcome in. Landon, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Again, make sure you're tapping that thumbs up for us. Hit that like. And make sure you hit that subscribe as well. Pick Mountain Dew for your beverage tonight. I'm a designated driver, so people don't drink. Drive, might hit a bumps. There you go, James. That's always good. Always good to be the DD. There's a long shot deflected. Bennett, side of the net. Bennett tries to center it. He can't. Bennett coming close. Aho going to play this one up. They can't clear. Verhaeghe bobbles it. Now it comes out. Verhaeghe gives it away. Florida back, able to recover. Forsling taking a look, going cross ice. Here's a long pass. Bennett going to pick this one up. And he can't control it. Orlov takes him into the corner. They're fighting for it. This is going to be stolen away and again flipped all the way down, but not out. Back the other way. Carolina tries again. Getting it up to the red line, not passed. Verhaeghe, cross ice to Bennett. Bennett into the zone. Bobbled at the line. Cycling it for Tkachuk. Back to the point. Here's a shot by Kulikov. Right in the glove. And that's going to be a whistle. Nick, how's it going? Welcome in. John, how's it going? Nice, John. Nice. No, it's important. Always important to have the designated driver. Mountain Dew, good drink of choice. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a long time. Panthers starting to pick it up. Roberts says they're going to win 7-2. Going to put a 7 spot up. That would be a huge number. Huge number. No score right now. No score right now. 0-0. 2 shots apiece. Kotkaniemi gets waved out. Barkov in for the Panthers. Off the draw, Burns going to pull the puck away. He's going to put this one off the glass. And the Canes put this one all the way down the ice. Jones back with it. Jones eludes a hit as Kotkaniemi came flying through the air like Peter Pan. And he just stepped out of the way of that hit. That was funny. I haven't tried the voltage, Nathan. Here's Carolina in front, trying to wrap it around Carrier, trying to go around Bobrovsky, who is sprawled out and down. but he couldn't tuck it behind. Good team defense here by the Panthers, but the Canes coming close. Canes coming close. Good job by Seth Jones to just poke this one away. Wow, Carrier was right there, had the puck. Jones comes reaching with that long reach and able to just help push this one away. Bobrovsky able to recover and take it in the chest. Sagittarius, how's it going? Welcome in. Off the draw. Carolina again winning this one back. They go cross ice. Aho going to tip in the corner. Cycling up to the point for Slavin. He rolls it in for deflection. And that was deflected, but it goes up and into the glass. Spencer, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had a nice little road trip this weekend. Nice little road trip. But we caught the end of, or we watched most of the game of Florida, and of course we listened to the game yesterday as we drove home. Boy, the Oilers look good, don't they? Stuart Skinner finding his game, real good. So this face-off is going to be to the right. Aho's going to get waved out. Panthers going to switch their linesmen around. Lindell in to take this one. Off the draw, Jarvis can't pull it away. Forsling takes the puck. He's going to flip this one out and all the way down the ice. Here's Listerine coming in. Can't get it on the forecheck. Puck comes out to Brad Marchand. Marchand takes a hit to the head, and that's going to be one that he kind of turns and takes a number on. Is Carolina going to clear this puck all the way out? We didn't know. We did not. No. I wish, Greg. I wish. The time will come, though. We will get there eventually. We will get there eventually. Riot, how's it going? Welcome in the corner. Burns loses it. Battling with Lundell. Panthers try to put it to the point. Carolina steals it. They're going to kick this one out and all the way down. Nope, no penalties for headshots anymore. Apparently they're legal. This coming around. I'm curious to see what that first penalty will be. Here's Gadovich going to pass this one up to Sturm. Sturm going to flip this one in. Gostisbehere back to pick it up. Gostisbehere has not had a very strong playoffs. All the way back. Schmidt going to turn, sending it down the ice. Racing to get in here. Sturm does. He's going to beat out Morrow. Sturm gets tripped up. Plays the puck back. No penalty call. Wow. Gadovich trying to get around Burns, and this is going to be picked up here. Dropping it back. Here's Gostisbehere. He's going to cycle back around. Some changes coming. Gostisbehere, long pass up, tipped into the Panthers zone. Cat's going to recoup. Looking up ice. Long pass kind of hit Verhaeghe in the back of the leg. He's going to spin and knock this one into the zone. No icing call. Carolina going to flip it around the ice to the far side. They get back out to the red line. Verhaeghe over to Kulikov. Kulikov turning. He's going to give it back to Carter V. Verhaeghe back off the boards. Kind of a self-pass to himself. That one doesn't complete. Surf Bomb, how's it going? Welcome in. Ooh, Kathleen's got the Danishes going on. This around behind the net. Sam Bennett picks it up. Long cross-ice pass. Tip through, and there's a trip. Here's Jones with a shot. And the Cats fans hollering for a penalty is twice now. They got tripped. In the corner behind the net, out in front with a shot. Anderson with the save. Big rebound. Forsling coming in. He shoots. That goes wide. Kachuk going into the corner, eludes a hit. Carolina trying to bring it out, and they do. Kachuk back with it. He turns it over. Carolina backing this one up in their own zone. Burns going to flip it up. Banking this one off the boards all the way down. Ekblad got to retreat and flip it all the way back. Right now, it's like ping pong watching the way this puck goes back and forth. No score. No score. We're about 12:15 to go here in period number one. We are moving. Barkov putting it up in the middle. Florida, little chip. Going to the corner is Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to leave it here to get some help. Comes in front to Barkov. He tries to jam it in. It comes free. Back to the point for Schmidt. He's going to rotate this one around behind the net again. Florida, Boquist pinching up. Comes over, and the Carolina Hurricanes, Slavin going to move this one. Schmidt steps up from the point. They're going to hold it in. Another trip, and another Panther goes down. Holy smokes. This is turning around. Florida sending it up ice. Long pass from Bolinskis. Down to the corner, Orlov. He gets tied up there with the Panther player. Marchand comes in with a little bit of a bump on the numbers. And Slavin going to work this one along the boards. Coming over to knock this one down. They do, and the Panthers pick up the loose puck. Holy, so many scraps going on. Scrappy battles everywhere. Nothing is being called. This down around the side. Forsling is going to play this one up. There's a loose stick that it hits. And it's going to deflect up and into the bench. Unbelievable. They're going to go to commercial break. 0-0 is the score. And we are here in period number 1. Welcome in, everyone. We thought you took time off this week in an interview with Keith Pelly for Shanahan's job. I don't want it, Spencer. I don't want it. But listen, I know Pelly pretty well. He's a great guy. And so, Keith, if you need me in there, if you need me, just, you know how to call me. Just reach out. No, actually, I watched this press conference and I watched some highlights again after, and I like a lot of things he says. He's trying to bring the game back to the people. If you know, in Toronto, there's been a big disconnect. There's been a big wall, between the fans and the team. You don't have a lot of access. Getting tickets is impossible. You kind of feel like, the team is a sideshow, right? If you remember back in the Toronto Argonaut days, he did very, very similar things with the whole See You on the Field campaign, where he brought the fans closer to the players than ever before. Introducing younger fans, giving them the abilities to get in the building, to meet players, to do more of those community events. So he's run this road before and has done a very good job in doing it. And they announced they're going to be doing some ticket promotions to allow new generation of fans in the building again for every game in the regular season next year. All good things they're trying to push. Reinhart doing well. So talking about Sam Reinhart, James, we don't really know. Sam Reinhart is listed as day-to-day, but the hit looked pretty nasty, right? The hit looked pretty nasty the way the knee went. Kachuk here took a knee himself and got tripped up. But, Sam Reinhart took that bad hit on the knee, and I don't think he's day-to-day. I think he's more week-to-week. If the Panthers can close this one off and move to the next round, should he be back, he would probably give it a fighting chance. But we don't really know the extent of what damage to his knee from that hit. There's no call now. The rest of it, Frank, it's crazy. It's crazy. Steven, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Again, thank you for being here. Big Mix Radio coming in. Thank you so much, Big Mix. I appreciate that. So it's just pure speculation on my part. Pure speculation, Big Mix. No official update on Sam Reinhart other than what we saw. And the way his knee buckled, they have him listed as day-to-day. To me, it looked more serious than that. But you never know. Here we go, off the draw. I like how this is a hockey challenge. Thank you, Greg. We do our best. Down in the corner, Carolina trying to bring this one around. Working it on the half boards. A little takedown there for Schmidt. Back up. Carolina getting it to the point. Orlov. He's going to continue to work it. Cross ice. Here's a shot. A little knuckle puck there by Taylor Hall. And Bobrovsky has to make sure to get square and bring that one in, as that puck really kind of came in funny on him. Yeah, Big Mix. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's funny. It was one of those hits that you see it live, and then you watch the replay a couple times, and you're like, it just didn't look right. It just didn't sit right, the way he hit and the way he couldn't really put pressure on that leg. My first thought was, are we talking ACL, MCL? But if that was the case, he'd be out for the rest of the playoffs. So I'm thinking at this point it's just a bruise or a sprain. Here's a long shot. Bobrovsky again diving across with a big 7. CF Punk coming in saying Kane in 7. Wouldn't that be an epic turnaround if they can come back and force Game 7? Good luck to you on that one. I would not have my money on that bet. Yeah, right. I mean, Reinhart was so good too. Hasn't been himself in these playoffs, but he's a kid who can score from anywhere at any time. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. 10.5 to go in period number 1. 6-4 of the shots. Canes with the 6. No score yet in this game. Burns in his own zone, bringing it around. Julian, hello there. Welcome in. Florida going to center this one across for Barkov. Barkov in the corner again for Boquist. He's going to turn around, look to move it across. Rodriguez on the near side, hit by Sveshnikov. Boquist picking this one up, and he tried to play it to the line, but he played it past Forsling all the way down. Forsling has to race back. Aho up on him. He's going to play it over at Ekblad. Going back to Forsling. Carolina doing a nice job on these board battles right now. They're coming away with the puck. Rodriguez going to steal, bring this across. Kathleen comes into the rookie team. Welcome in, Kathleen. Congrats, and thank you for becoming a channel member. This being dumped in down the corner, 9:40 to go. Carolina going to work this one back. You know, I think I would have to give right now the first half of this period to Carolina. Martin Hook in the corner, going to center this one down around. Stahl there. He's going to get hit by Kulikov. Stankoven going to work this one aside. Long cross ice pass. Here's a shot from the point. Goes around beside, trying to tuck it home. Just can't put it in. And again, the Panthers able to bring this one out. Verhaeghe gets knocked down. He's back up. Stahl taking down somebody. A lot of Panthers going down. Ice is slippery tonight. In the corner is Bennett, leaving it for Verhaeghe. He's going to circle around. Tkachuk comes in. He gets hit. Panthers still with it. Playing to the point. Schmidt throwing it towards the net. Freddie Anderson makes a save, and there's Matt Tkachuk in front of the net. Him and Martin Hook are going at it. Orlov getting in the mix now. Trying to get everybody mixed up. Jay, how's it going? Welcome in. Florida Panther fan, welcome in. Thank you all for being here. They're going to go for another commercial break, 0-0, under 9 minutes to go in period number 1. All right, James, you read my mind. You read my mind. For everybody just coming in, welcome in. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe for us tonight. We're on our way to 28K. You can help us get there. Theo Sam Eagle, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Good to see you. All right, let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors. You know how it works. We're going to throw out a rock, a paper, or a scissors. Now, it's the honor system, so you put in the chat what you select. Okay, you know changing it when you see what I put out. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. We're going scissors. We're going scissors. Ben, what's going on? Len got scissors also. Ben comes in with the rock. Greg with the rock. Do you smell what the rocks are cooking? The rocks are crushing it here tonight. Dan's going in with paper. There you go. Kathleen with the rock. We got more paper. Rob, we tied. Greg had rock. Roadwork going paper. Frank's dropping the rocks. Amelia with the paper. Pretty good mix of rock and paper today. Pretty good mix. Billy, how's it going? Coming in with the rock. Greg dropping the rock. Gio with the rock. Dara's coming in with those scissors also. Nice. I just missed it. My God. Next time. We'll get you in the next round. Jagdeep coming in with paper. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. Real good mix. Noah's coming in with the rock. Vic with the rock. Rick. Rock James, rock to you, Sam. Randy, Nick with a lot of rocks. There we go. Stevie, how's it going? Coming to Edmonton will win it all. Well, we'll see. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Biff, you going with paper? You're going with paper. That's okay. That's okay. Coming back from commercial break. We'll get another round going at the next commercial break. So if you miss this round, don't go anywhere. You'll pick us up in the next commercial break. All right, 8:58 to go. Off the draw. It's a scramble. Carolina, Stankoven is going to come away with it. Stankoven off the glass, down low in the corner. Jones is back to pick this one up. He fans on it. Comes to the side. Carolina with a glorious chance. And they put it wide. Back to Burns. He's going to keep this one in. Ron go with the fork. Welcome in, Ron. Burns, he's going to play this one up. Carolina has had a couple glorious chances on Panther giveaways, and they weren't able to capitalize. This is turning it back around. Wow. Wow, remember those chances later in this game. Boquist's going to race in. He's going to pick up this puck. Beats out Morrow. Playing it across. Rodriguez dropping it back. Boquist with a shot. Barkov in front with a tip. Can't make that one. Still with it. Barkov in the corner. He has his stick lifted. Going to play in the corner. And we get a whistle, and we're getting our first penalty of the hockey game. And it's going to be a hook on Barkov, a hold. Sarah, how's it going? Welcome in. So I can't believe they're going to call this, but they didn't call any of the other stuff. So a little whack on the hands. So to me, this was a good stick lift. So Blake goes for slashing. I think if you don't call the trips and the knees earlier, how are you calling a slash here? But hey, a slash is a slash. We'll take it. Puts the Panthers on the power play. 8 minutes to go, 2 minutes on the board. Jays, how's it going? Got the worst reps in an important game. Bringing this one back to the line. Cross eyes. Oh, Ekblad fans on it. He's going to bring this one out. Jones bobbles it. Carolina's going to pick this up. They're going to play it in. Ekblad is going to turn around with it. Ekblad taking a look. He's going to drop this one back. 20 seconds gone on the power play. Rodriguez up over the line. This is one area where not having Sam Reinhart makes a difference. Kachuk throw this one right on net. Rodriguez is going to take a bump. Circles it around. Barkov, he's going to steal it. Playing it around to the point. Ekblad gets there. Holds it in just barely. But the pass dumped around the boards goes up and out of play. So we're going to get a face-off coming up here. Panthers a little scrambly on this power play. Their power play has been pretty solid in this series. So they got to figure it out. Carolina's doing a good job there. 95%. Second in the league on their road penalty kill. Theo, thank you so much. Yeah, we just passed 10 million views last week, a couple weeks ago. So we're just recently past 10 million views, which is amazing. Thanks everybody so much for contributing to that. This is going to be flipped all the way down the ice. Schmidt coming back to pick this one up. Schmidt taking a look. Going to start to carry. He's going to now dump this one back. He was being watched closely. Carolina being real aggressive on their penalty kill. Bennett over the line. He bobbles it. Going to have it knocked out. Has to drop it back to Schmidt. Schmidt going the other way. Cross ice pass to nobody. For Hagee. Oh, he hits a shin. Able to keep this one in. For Hagee. Fighting. Putting it to the line. Kachuk. Trying to thread the needle. Over to Marchand. Back to Kachuk. He sends it to the slot for Schmidt. He gives it away, and Carolina going to bank this one off the ice and all the way down. The Florida Panthers at home have the worst power play. Only 4.2% in these playoffs at home. On the road, they're on fire. But at home, they struggle. This coming around, Marchand couldn't get it away, and Carolina again sends this one down the ice. Bob is going to stop it. 17 seconds to go. Here comes Schmidt. They're going to have one last real rush here on the power play. 6:10 here in the first period. Up over the line is Lundell. This Forsling going to put it around for Boquist. Tried to kick it out in front. They can't. And this is going to be sent all the way down by Seth Jarvis, and that's going to do it. Power play has expired. Only one shot on net by the Panthers in this power play. We are 4 subscribers away from 450. If you haven't hit that subscribe yet, now would be a great time. Help put us up over 450. Yeah, Jason, a terrible power play. Really scrambling. This coming around in the corner. Big battle, Carolina working it around the boards. Listerainen eludes a hit, plays it up, can't get it out. Over across. Carolina centering it, trying to go for a backdoor to Taylor Hall. That one doesn't connect. In the corner, Listerinen, he's battling there. Hall is in there as well. Gostisbehere comes up, going to flip it to Morrow. Morrow shoots, that's deflected wide. Carolina having a good shift right now. This in the corner. Canes working it, trying to center it. It rolls right on Bobrovsky. He uses that stick to pull it in and hang on it. And he says, enough of this. So the Canes, Logan Stankoven at the side of the net with a great chance, and Sam Bennett saved the goal there. And it was Logan Stankoven again on the other side with another great chance. Couldn't put it in. Rick, he is a journeyman, that's for sure. Lucas, how's it going? Welcome in. Eddie, what's going on? Name 9 players on the Panthers. Let's see if you're a true fan. You want me to name 9 Panthers? Okay, so we'll do the usual suspects. Carter Verhaeghe, who I'm wearing. We got Barkov. We got Listerainen. We got Marchand. We got Forsling. We got Bobrovsky. We got Schmidt. We got Mikkola. We got Sam Miskevich, who isn't playing tonight, who I love. We got AJ Greer, who's come in and is playing, not tonight, but he's been playing well. We got Seth Jones, who's come in and is playing well. That's 11. You want me to keep going? Sam Reinhart, who's not injured and playing. We got Nosek, who's played okay when he comes in. Is that enough for you, Eddie? And of course, Paul Maurice is probably the biggest asset of all with this squad. Paul Maurice, the things he's doing is just magic, magic in his coaching. Absolutely magic. All right, let's go. Mike, what's going on? You know it. I know it. Let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. Put it out. Be honest. Be honest. I'm going paper. What are you going with? What are you going with? I went paper. Oh, just drop in the chat. You could use an emoji. You could drop in the words. Let's see you. Oh, a bunch of rocks coming again. Bunch of rocks coming again. We got a scissors there. Onyx is going with the pickle. Rock, Rob, we tied again. Plane's going with those scissors. Paper. Shoot. Vic's going with the scissors. Douglas, how's it going? Welcoming. Go Panthers. Roll Rick. Dallas is going rock. Dara's rock. Greg's. Wow, a lot more rocks this time around. Going paper was the good call. Going paper was the right choice. All right, coming back from commercial break. Off the draw. This one's going to be thrown out. All right, we are one sub away from 450. One sub away from 450. Off the draw. Or off the draw. Battling in the neutral zone. Kachuk going to play this one back. Florida setting it up in their own zone. Over to Forsling. Forsling. Long pass. That one's intercepted. Sveshnikov going to knock it down. Carolina bringing this into the Cats zone. Play back to the point. Here's Burns with a shot. Hits somebody in front. Bobrovsky came sliding way out. Had to recover. Sveshnikov throwing it towards the net. Aho going in the corner. He's going to get double teamed. But Sveshnikov walks out. His shot is blocked. This goes behind the net. Ekblad comes in with a big hit. Slavin's going to get knocked down. Everybody's getting knocked around. Here's a long shot. Florida going to work this one up. Bennett hits the red line, flipping it in. Now they're going to peel off and go change. Burns is going to go back here in the corners. Bro, what's going on? Welcome in. Joey, how's it going? Go Bolts. Go Bolts, Joey. I hate to tell you. Bolts a couple rounds ago. But what a run they had. What a run the state of Florida's had in these playoffs over the last 6 years. Stahl going to bring this one back. Under 4 minutes to go. Carolina going to dump this one in. They're going to chase it down. In the corner, here's a quick shot. That one goes wide. Florida going to turn and go. Here's Boquist. Boquist with speed. He's going to carry this one up over the line. Orlov with a clothesline takes him down. Suddenly clotheslines, bam, are legal. Here comes Carolina back the other way. Stahl in the corner. He's going to turn. Trying to play this one up. Florida going to get it out again. Morrow puts it right back in. That's offside. They have to go tag up. Schmidt up to Lundell. Lundell flipping it ahead. He's going to carry. He's got Marchand with him. Lundell going all the way. Turn around. Centers it too late. There's going to be a big hit. Florida trying to keep this one in. That's right, Greg. I'm waiting for when the steel chairs come into play. This is going to be stolen by Listerinen, but it's going to be waved down with a hand pass. Hand pass. New York Neil, how's it going? Welcome in. Whoa. Big hits, lots. Right now, it's one of those games where if somebody's going by you, everybody's reaching out with arms, with legs, trying to get in and knock them down. And I don't like that. I don't like that. There it is, 450. Thank you so much. I don't disagree. We were missing defensive piece. Yeah. You guys will get back there. You got a good core, though, Joey. A really good core. Off the draw, Florida going to put this one in the zone. 2:55 to go. Carolina ripping it around the boards. Coming out, going to be knocked back around the red line. And Carolina picks it up and scooches by everybody, coming around behind the net, behind Bo. Kakinemi has it taken away. Marchand doing a nice job. Marshy trying to flip it away. He's going to reverse it instead. Florida going to try the other side. Work this one out. Carolina Reapers. Here we go. 2-on-1. Schmidt trying to get into play. Little saucer pass. Schmidt touched the puck. And there's going to be another penalty coming up. The Canes going right back to the penalty box.
And now we're going to get maybe 2 calls.
Are we getting 2? Oh, so Schmidt drew a penalty and then he retaliated. So, Dara, thank you for hitting that subscribe. So, Blake is going to go and Schmidt is going to go. So, Florida had a power play, but then the retaliation came, and ref is going to send them both, so that's going to negate it. We're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey. Thank you so much, Jason, for the follow. You can't do that. That's a silly play. So 4-on-4 hockey. Sarcasm, how's it going? Will we see it? Right, Matt? So Schmidt goes for roughing. That's just one where he lost his emotions. Maurice not happy with that. So the slash comes in, and then Schmidt goes in the corner, and he just turns around and does one of these and drops Blake. So you can't do that. You can't control your emotions. You're going to put yourself in jeopardy. Thank you, D Saturday. Appreciate it. We got some 4-on-4 hockey. Lots of ice right now. Wazowski, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well, Mike. So Barkov in against Aho. Barkov is going to win this back. Forsling can't hold it in. They're going to back it up. 2:14 to go in this first period. Florida turning around in their own zone. They're going to get things set up. Barkov looking head up as he moves forward. Florida curling behind him. He's going to put this one cross ice. Into the line is Rodriguez. Into the zone. Plays it back. Long cross ice pass. Picking it up, Barkov. Going into the middle in the slot. A little toe drag and a shot by Ekblad. That one is deflected and it's going to go up and out of play. Barkov, Jarvis, and Schmidt are your Tim's picks. Sid, those are decent picks. Those are good picks. Count Stacula, how's it going? Welcome in. That was a nice little move here by Barkov, able to put it in the middle for Ekblad, who kind of crept up there, and he had a nice opportunity, but a big shot block. Big shot block as Slavin kind of gets the leg down, drops on one knee, and deflects that one up and out of play. Hazel, how's it going? Is Bob the best goalie ever as a Florida Panther? He certainly is one of the best. You know, Van Viesbroek is the other one that comes to mind, who is very good for the Florida Panthers. Uncle Big Bad, how's it going? Absolutely. Behind the net, Goss Despair going to start to work this one up. Dan Coven has to turn around. 1.5 minutes to go. The Bob Father. Nicholas, I like that. That's awesome. Over the line, going to play this one across. Carolina trying to set it up, though. They throw an errant pass, and Jones going to leave it here for Kulikov. And Bob, we trust. Yeah, that's true. That's right. Luongo was pretty good. He was pretty good. Here comes Kulikov. Up to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe going to curl. Putting this one over. Jones going to bring it up. He's going to stop. Cycling around on the half boards. Trying to get free. And he tries to play it back. Missed Verhaeghe. And him and Verhaeghe try to play catch. Forsling has to come back and help out. Bobrovsky improved 100%. He no longer tosses his stick. He has grown a lot, Rick. A lot. Over the line, this is going to be dropped back. A little bump there, and Ekblad grabs it. 20 seconds left to 4-on-4. 38 seconds left here in period number 1. Keith, how's it going? Welcome in. Forsling over the line. Forsling cutting through. I think so too, Keith. Aho going to put this one ahead. Marchand is going to slow up Burns. Burns recovers, bringing this one in. Trying to do it all himself. 20 seconds to go. Mario, how's it going? This coming around behind the net. Bennett gets bumped. Schmidt going to play this one up. And nothing is going to do. 10 seconds to go here in period number 1. Kane's just going to hang on to this. Slavin looking up ice. 3 seconds to go. Passing it over to Orlov, and the horn is going to go as he takes a shot, but that goes way wide. And the first period has come to an end. No score. No score here. Wow. All right, let's go to the intermission. All right, there we go. We're going to get everything cooking here. Everything a little slow to pop up, but no score after the first period. It was a back and forth first period. I got to say, I think I give this first period to the Carolina Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes had a much better first period than the Florida Panthers did. Ivan, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much. Jojo, good to see you back here. All right, so 0-0. The Zambonis are out on the ice. 10 shots for the Canes, 7 for the Panthers. 17-13 the hit, so Panthers lead that. Face-off's pretty close. Panthers go 0 for 1 on their power play opportunity. Giveaways 5 apiece. Takeaways 2-1 and 5-3 in terms of the block shots. Brodeur, you say? Yeah, he's the only. Marty Brodeur, you know, he was decent. He was decent. Listen, this was a back and forth game. It was a back and forth game. Each team had some good opportunities. I think the Carolina Hurricanes had some better opportunities than Florida. Florida was just kind of cruising. They were just kind of cruising. Now, again, for the Panthers, there's no pressure. There's no pressure at all for them. All the pressure is on Carolina. Carolina needs to win this hockey game. Florida's got a couple of kicks at the can. Sure, they'd love to close it off at home, but they're not feeling the pressure that they need to do it here tonight, where Carolina, if they do not win, they go home. The other thing to note, the Florida Panthers get better as the game goes on. In fact, Bobrovsky's numbers get better in the second and third period, with the third period being his best of the game. But this is a win for Carolina. You got to break this game up into pieces, and this was definitely a win. They outplayed Florida in that first period, but it was costly. Aho played 7 minutes in that first period. Jarvis at almost 6 minutes. Stahl at 5.5. Martin Hook at 5:20. Stankoven at 5 minutes. They're going to have to play these guys more and more and more, especially from a defensive standpoint. Jacob Slavin played 9.5 minutes. He almost played half of that first period. Brett Burns played 9:13. Orlov at 7.5. When you're playing these guys half of every period, and I know they can play big minutes. But with the game on the line, you're not really giving them much wiggle room to fall back on. When we look over the last 5 games for Slavin, by the way, who's, he's a decent player, right? 6'3", 207 pounds, got some good size to him. He's been averaging, 21.5, 23, 22, 24. So let's call it 23 minutes a night. 23 minutes a night he's been averaging for Slavin. He's played 9.5 today. So he's already, he's almost at half of his average. So if he's going to keep playing 9.5 minutes, he's going to be way high in his minutes. Brett Burns, who plays a ton as it is, even he, he plays about 21 minutes. In a couple nights ago, he played 27 minutes. So Burns has already put up a ton of ice time. That's something you're going to have to watch as this game goes on. He averaged about 20 minutes all season this year. His ice time has considerably dropped over the last number of years or so. He used to be good at playing 25, 26 minutes a night. Then he was down to 23, 21, and this year 20 minutes. So again, you're running these guys rampant. Eventually, the Florida Panthers are going to get a lot of ozone time, and these defenders for Carolina who are spending this much time on ice, it's going to get costly. They're going to have to just weather the storm. And should this game go to overtime, holy smokes, your top D guys have played so many minutes. How are they going to keep it going? What are your thoughts on Marner allegedly saying he will not sign with a Canadian team? So, Dave, I'm very hesitant with a lot of these rumors coming around. This is the time of year when there's a lot of people out there, whether it's ex-players or creators or people who feel they have the inside track. Everybody reads between the lines. Everybody has these alleged comments that were made, and then they kind of get blown out of proportion. So I'll be honest with you. I don't put any stake into some of these rumors unless we're seeing it from multiple factual people. Now, I think it wasn't Chris Johnston. There was somebody else, a big reporter, who did kind of allude to some of those comments. I haven't seen many others jump on it, so I'm not sure. But listen, from Marner's standpoint, Mitch is one of these guys. He wants to get paid, right? Mitch wants to get paid. He's a 100-point guy. And so he deserves it. Let's see, top NHL salaries. Do I think he's worth $13 million, $14 million? Not a chance, in my opinion. I don't think he's worth that much money. He wants to go somewhere where he's going to get paid. And that's fine. No doubt. You go somewhere where you're going to get paid. he wants to get away. I believe he wants to be somewhere where the media spotlight, the media pressure is not that high. You tell by, he's not comfortable. He doesn't seem comfortable in front of the media. He just seems to be somebody who likes to be to himself, right? And there's a lot that goes on. That's why Ryan O'Reilly came and left, right? He didn't like everything going on. When you look at contracts, right? Leon Draisaitl, $14 million. Austin Matthews, $13.25. Nathan McKinnon, $12.6. Connor McDavid, $12.5. Mikko Rantanen, $12 million. And Terry Panarin, $11.6. Are you telling me that Mitch Marner is a better player than Leon Draisaitl? No chance. I would rather have Uncle Leon than Mitch Marner any day. Is Mitch Marner better than Austin Matthews? No, I don't think so. Is Mitch Marner better than Nathan McKinnon? I don't think so. Is Mitch Marner better than Connor McDavid? I don't think so. Is he better than Mikko Rantanen? No. Is he better than Panarin? Yeah, I would probably slate him above Panarin. So if I'm looking at that, I say, yeah, he's better than Carlson. He's better than Panarin. I think we got a steal with Nylander at 11.5. He put up some big points. But let's say, okay, we would offer him kind of between Panarin and Rantanen money. So that's like 11.8, right? 11.8. Well, Mitch Marner this year was 10.9. So you give him a raise of $1 million. He's not going to take that. He doesn't want that. He wants big dollars. He wants big dollars. So I don't think he's going to sign here. I don't think Toronto wants to give him 13 or 14 million. He's going to go somewhere like a Pittsburgh. He can be back with Dubas. He's going to go to San Jose, play with some good young kids. Maybe he'll go to Chicago, play with Bedard. There's a lot of places out there that have money that could pay him. The latest one I saw floating around was Mitch Marner going to the Florida Panthers. I can't believe that. Dion, how's it going? Dion, I mentioned it on the last stream that we were going to be away. We were on the road this weekend, Dion. So we were on the road, but yeah, we watched, man. Don't worry, we're still watching, even though we're not live. We're still watching. So yeah, that's kind of my thought. The rumor that I saw today, him going to the Florida Panthers, he's not going to the Florida Panthers. There's no way. Florida Panthers, they do not pay their players that kind of money. Mitch Marner is not going to get more money than Alex Barkov. He's not going to get more money than Matt Tkachuk. He's just not in no way, shape, or form. So I don't know who started that as Florida Panthers being a team that's looking to sign Mitch Marner, unless he comes and he signs here for like $8 million, knowing because there's no tax, he's going to take home a lot more money. I could see that happen. But if he thinks he's going to come to Florida and get paid 13, 14 million, no chance. Now, when it comes to any free agent, you got to kind of stop and think a little bit about where's your best chance to win? Do you want to play the game just to get paid, or do you want to play to win? Then why are the Panthers interested in I don't think they are interested in Mitch Marner. I don't think they are. I think it's just rumors. So if you could go anywhere, which he can, Mitch Marner, he can't go anywhere, teams, salary caps and all that. But if you could pick and choose which team you wanted to go and play for, you'd want to go somewhere where there's a chance to win, right? Somewhere where there's a chance to win. And so that is a much smaller pool of places to go. Means somebody like Vegas. There you go, Greg. Yeah, you put it in Vegas. I could see that being a fit. Good place to win, right? Panthers, obviously a good place to win, but I don't think he's going to go to Panthers. Chicago, not a good place to win right now, but you're going to play with Bedard and they'll pay you. San Jose, they're not going to win right now, but they'll pay you. I saw the Anaheim Ducks as a potential suitor. Why on earth would he want to go to Anaheim? There's zero reason for that. Pittsburgh would make sense. Go play with Crosby, those guys with Dubas. That makes sense. So, Oscar, how's it going? I just, there's so many rumors out there, and until we see something solid, I don't believe it. There's a very good chance to win here in Toronto, right? A very, very, very good chance. This team is only getting better. So, do you want to say, well, I'm going to go play on a Chicago, or I'm going to go play on a team that is barely going to make the playoffs, if that? Am I going to leave to go get my 14 million bucks, get my payday? Or do I want to stay where I'm put and maybe get a small payday, get 11, 12 million, but a real good chance to win with your buddies, right? With the guys that you've been with. So it's going to be up to Marner. Nothing Toronto's going to do to convince him. Nothing Tree Living could do. Nothing anybody can do. Totally up to Marner what he wants to do. Toronto will say, hey, here's what we're going to give you. Take it or leave it. He's going to decide what's more important. When you're making that much money, is an extra $2 million that big of a deal? Or is staying somewhere where you were a fan of the team, you grew up, you family here, your friends are here, you have a really good chance to win here, be part of the team that broke the curse and did it? I don't know. It's a tough sell for me. Alozo, how's it going? Welcome in. Thomas, welcome in. Noah's Ark. What's going on? Let's see here. Toronto, they can offer maybe 11.5. Yeah, and and again, we're speculating that they even would. Maybe Toronto has kind of washed their hands with them and said, listen, thank you for your services. We're not interested in going any further. You never know with the way they're thinking. Corey, how's it going? To the Kraken. Paul, what's up? Welcome in. I know I missed a couple of folks there. Len, how's it going? Again, thank you all for coming in. If Marner goes to the Ducks, Hawks, or some other team that is rebuilding, he's just trying to get it. Yeah, Kurtha, I agree. I agree with you. Well, there's no sense. There's no sense you go to a rebuilding team other than you want to take the money. The only exception to that would be Pittsburgh, and that's because Pittsburgh and with Dubas, Marner's a Dubas guy. He'd want to be there. Fernando, how's it going? Is Bennett going to stay? I think he will stay. Again, Florida has this Florida has this interesting conundrum, if you will. They got three big free agents with Bennett, Ekblad, and Marchand, right? You're one game away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals for the third year in a row. For the most part, Barkov, Marchand, Reinhart, Lundell, Verhaeghe are all signed up long-term till at least 29-30. Rodriguez and Listerinen have another couple of years. You got Bobrovsky, who's got another year. You got Jones and Forsling, who are signed up for long-term. You got to figure out your defense. Why would you want to leave the Florida Panthers? You're going to go to the Stanley Cup for 3 years in a row. You've won one. You very well may win another. They have such a good core group locked up here. Sam Bennett's making 4.4. He definitely deserves and should get a raise. With the cap going up, there's room. So, yeah, I would definitely make a good offer to keep Bennett here. I think from Marchand's standpoint, he came here. Obviously, the whole Boston trade surprised everybody. But again, from Marchand's standpoint, going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals for a very, very good chance to win it. You're living in Florida, down by the beach, beautiful weather. You got all that stuff going for you. The tax piece is really beneficial. Why would you not want to re-sign there? I could understand if this was the Panthers of the 2000s when they weren't making the playoffs and they were struggling. Right now, I can't imagine anyone wanting to leave unless there was something going on behind the scenes. Let's also not forget Paul Maurice is probably one of the best coaches in hockey right now. Has these guys ready to run through walls for him. And you see with the bond that a lot of these guys are forming, even with Bennett and Marchand, I think there's a loyalty here that you don't see with a lot of teams. So if any of them, and Aaron Ekblad included, if any of them were to leave, I would be absolutely shocked. I don't think there's a better place you could go, because you know what you get. You know what you're getting in Florida. You know these core pieces. If they've been good enough to win, to get to the Stanley Cup Finals for the last 2 years, potentially 3 years, who's to say they can't do this 4, 5, 6 years, right? Same team, same style. They're just dominant. So going to be very interesting. Lots of decisions to be made. Ren, you're not the only one. You are not the only one. Cup window is open for many years. It is, for sure. We do more teams in Canada. So many Canadian players won at many teams. Thomas, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Corey, no score right now, 0-0. But I agree. I wish there were more teams in Canada. There's some great cities that could use it. That's one of the reasons why, we don't see a lot of Stanley Cups coming up here, because we only have a handful of Canadian teams that make it every year, and usually a couple of them end up playing in the first round. So it whittles our numbers down. But really good conversations. LP, how's it going, by the way? I don't know if I said hello to you. Welcome in. Thank you for your questions. I appreciate it. The conversation. We'll keep it rolling. Stetson, how's it going? Welcome in. Thoughts on the Islanders? Listen, it's an okay move. It's an okay move. We'll see what they do. Islanders, they need a change. They need to make some changes. So I'm very curious, Stetson, to see what they're going to do. All right. Let's get set. Period number 2 is just about to get going. First period is 0-0. So we got 40 minutes left. Who's going to win? Will the Florida Panthers find a way? Or are the Carolina Hurricanes going to stay alive in this series? Lots of practice going on. Lots of guys working their core fundamental aspects of the game. But who is going to be good enough to take this one home? Quebec City is not big enough to make corporate sponsors work. Listen, Jack, I would love Quebec to get a team back. I'd love to see a team going out east into like Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, out that way. I'd love to see something in Saskatchewan. There's lots of good areas that deserve a team for sure. Alex, how's it going? Welcoming key player like Hunter, the Nords. Everyone needs a Marchand. Alex, I don't disagree with that. You definitely need that type of player. All right, let's do this. Second period, drop the puck. Here we go. Underway. Going to bring this one down around the corner. First game of the series. They have not trailed entering the second period. So Carolina, like we said after the first, that was a win for them. We have a quick drink. Cheers, everybody.
It's tipped out and sent back to the Carolina zone. Stahl will feed it across, and Orlov played it down the ice. Barkov is on it.
Randy, he's got a couple of years left. Here's Jones going to dump this one in. That's going to skip at a play over the glass. Bobe's got one more year after this year, and then his contract is done. So he will get an interesting deal. He's making $10 million right now. One of the highest paid goaltenders in the league. All right. I don't know how much more they're going to give him. Because the population thing, Houston's 8 million. Well, Jack, exactly. Abstractus, how's it going? But I bet you that 800,000 supports the team much more than the 8 million. Off the draw. Carolina flipping this one down in the corner. Trying to keep this one in as Carolina comes to the middle of the ice. Bennett picks it up. He dips it around Svechnikov to the line. Rodriguez was able to get it out. It's dumped right back in. Down around the boards, Forsling to Ekblad. Ekblad going to look to move this one up. They could be, Greg. They could be. That's one of the other big rumors that have been going around. But again, I would be shocked if he leaves Florida. If Florida sends us down the ice, it's going to be an icing call. Yeah, Hazel, I love the Nordiques were awesome. The Nordiques were real good. Quite a fun team. All right, if you're just coming in, if you're just joining us for period number 2, welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button for us and hit that subscribe. We are going to 75, 475 and counting. Here's a shot by Burns, rebound. Kane's trying to put that one in. Down around the side, Panthers trying to get this one out. They do. Good jump here by Carolina to start this second period. No score. 0-0 is the score. Kane's going to play this one up. Bennett going to steal. He's going to work this to Marchand. Marchand cutting towards the middle. Loses it, but Listerine was able to recover. He loses it now, and Slavin going to take this one away. He's going to swing it over to Burns. Burns going to move this one up. David, how's it going? Welcome in. Watching the Walter Cup. Nice. In the corner, Carrier loses it. Katz getting it to the line, not out. Second effort, brought back in. Listerinen going to bounce this one off and around behind the net. Here come the Florida Panthers. Panthers on the move. Hitting that red line, dumping it in. Gostisbehere is back to pick this one up. Marchand trying to cut off the pass. Kane's working it along the boards. Up to Hall. Hall going to carry this one in. He gets pushed by Lundell. Hall still with it, turning, shooting into the glove of Bobrovsky, and he's going to hang on to it. I heard Matt Sundin as the Leafs' new coach. I don't think that's the case. I did hear, and here's an elbow. Aaron Ekblad, Svechnikov, as Ekblad comes in a hit. Svechnikov puts the elbow up and gets the elbow right into the face. That's nasty. I did hear there was some talk about Matt Sundin getting involved more with the organization. As to what that role is, I haven't heard anything. And again, you're going to hear all kinds of rumors this time of year. Sam, your best favorite fast hockey skater. Ooh. Skater. Yeah, probably Fedorov. Fedorov was a real good skater. Bure, though, yeah, he was good too. There's a couple real good skaters. This is going to be dumped in. Panthers coming into the corner, coming in here after it. Right, Dallas, exactly. This is that time of year you got to be so careful about what you read and what you believe. Jimmy Lou and Andy, too, good to see you. Welcome in. This down, here's a shot. That's going around. Over on the side, Panthers going to pick this one up. Forsling can't get it out. Kane's doing a nice job. Going to walk this one to the corner in front for Aho. Bobrovsky coming across with the right pad down. And Taylor Hall going to take a little shot there as Bobrovsky coming across with a great save and an excellent effort here by Carolina. Carolina coming up so close. Nice job. They throw this one in. They win the draw coming off the icing. They can't get it out. The Cats can't get it out. And Carolina just walking out of this corner, a little cross-ice pass. Jones probably saves the goal as he lifts the stick, lifts Aho's stick. And he's going to get a penalty for that. I mean, that's ridiculous. That was a good, clean stick lift, unless something happened off camera. But Panthers are going to go to the box. Carolina on their first power play. Carolina has been pressing. Carolina really has been pressing. Aho, Jarvis, Blake, Svechnikov, Gostisbehere, the unit here for Carolina. And off the draw, Ekblad is going to throw this one all the way down. Peter Puck was very fast, Rick. Oh, I miss Peter Puck. He was awesome. The little animated reboot they tried to bring back just didn't have the same spirit as the original. Here they come over to Aho. Aho going to set this one up. Down around behind the net, Jarvis to Aho. Aho flipping it to Gostisbehere. He's going to go back to Aho. He lets it go. Down in the corner, Forsling up on his man. Back to Aho. He goes cross ice behind Svechnikov. He picks it up, gets it to Gostisbehere. The shot, big save. Jarvis trying to pull the trigger. That one is stolen away, and the Cats clear down the ice. Freddie going to set this one up for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere going to turn and bring this one up. Going to play it back. Here we go. Aho coming in. Up to Svechnikov. Cross ice pass. That one is deflected out. That's going to come all the way back down. Gostisbehere going to play this one back. Carolina to Aho. Little crisscross, little drop action. Stankoven comes in over the line. He's trying to get this one through, and it's taken away. No-seek in the corner. It's going to come free. Drops back to the point. Little give and go. Hall and Kotkaniemi, they're going to get it back to Gostisbehere. Is she going to shoot? That one's going to be going to the corner. Panthers can't clear. Back to the corner. Drop to the point for Burns. Burns. He's going to put it to Kotkaniemi. He had to bobble that, settle it down. He turns it over, and the Cat's going to knock this one out. Holy smokes. Over to Stahl. 18 seconds to go. Up to Kotkaniemi. Into the zone. Cross-ice pass. Stankoven feeding it to the point for Burns. He bobbles it, and it comes out. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Carolina pretty much controlled the puck this whole penalty, but they could not get any quality shots through. And the Cats kill it off. Only one shot. Jones comes out of the box. He's going to put this puck right in. Anderson going to set it up behind the net. No score. Florida steals. Panthers. Tkachuk. He bobbles it. Tkachuk. He gets hauled down right in front of the official. The arms go up, and another penalty. And they're going to send them both. How? What? Wow. I don't understand. So they're calling Matt Tkachuk for embellishment. Matt Tkachuk for embellishment. So, okay, let's see the replay, because it was along the boards, and you couldn't see what happened completely. Where is the embellishment? He literally gets wrapped up, the stick hooked under his arms, and pulls him down. That's almost as good as when Evan Rodriguez got body checked from behind into the boards and got called for embellishment. Wow. So, yeah. Yeah, Count Stacula. That's just crazy. So Stahl goes for hooking. Matt Tkachuk with the phantom embellishment call. The refs, this is twice now the referees have done this. Here comes Burns, 4-on-4, going to bring this one in past Forsling. Down in the corner. Forsling going to take this one away. He's going to come across to Ekblad. Ekblad. He crisscrosses. They drop it all the way back past Forsling. He's got to return and go pick this one up. Forsling over to Bennett. The ref, you suck chance echoing here in the building. Up to Jones. Jones in cross looking for Bennett. He can't tip that one. Verhaeghe to the point. Forsling can't hold it in. They're going to call this an offside. So we're going to get a stoppage. Unbelievable. Gary trying to make it go. Yeah, Bedard. Right? Embellishment is absolutely insane. They're going to go to commercial break. Let me pull up this rule. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull up the definition. A 2-minute minor penalty assessed to a player who exaggerates or embellishes an infraction to draw a penalty. So definitely not the case. Let's see if we can find. Let me see if I can find a highlight of this so we can get your opinion. It might not be posted yet. No, I'll have to check again. We'll check at intermission and see if we can find this embellishment. That is a joke. That is really funny. Really funny. No score yet, and we are here in period number 2. Referees have been atrocious. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Liz, how's it going? Yeah, I agree, Liz. I agree. So, Jack, it's really up to interpretation, right? I think that's the problem with the rule, is it's up for interpretation for one who exaggerates an infraction to try and get a call. So what happened is, if I back up here, can I stand up? What happened is the stick came across kind of under the arm like this and pulled him down. You can't embellish this. When you're wrapped up under the stick and you're hauled down, it's not like he flailed his arms and his legs. He just went down. Refs have been really bad on both sides of the ice. Let's just be clear, not just on Florida, on both sides of the ice. It's been bad. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Thanks for being here. Make sure you're tapping that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. We're 20 subs away now from 475. Let's go. 475. Hit that subscribe button for us. We want you to come back and be here all playoffs long. Super Nintendo, how's it go? Do you need me to define sarcasm? Yeah. Double stand. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Off the draw, Carolina behind their own net. Looking both sides. Rodriguez watching him. 1:11 left of the 4-on-4. Here comes Stankoven. Stankoven with speed over the blue line, bringing this one in. Kulikov, he's going to turn around. Force Stankoven to pivot. Getting it back to the line. Pivot. Pivot. Down in front, trying to bring this one through. Carolina doing a nice job. It's Aho. Aho getting pushed up on by Jones. Cat's going to take it away. They can't clear. Wow. This coming Rodriguez up to the red line. Dan, how's it going? Going to work this one through? All right, yes, I agree. Over the line, Florida in, long shot. That one's sailing wide. Tyler, how's it going? Florida has not had a single shot on net in this period. 5 for the Canes, none for the Panthers. Panthers working in. Here they come. Now this one is going to go on Anderson. He's going to hang on to it. Not much of a shot. It just kind of rolled up on him. We'll see if he gets credit for one. Refs are as sharp as a sack of wet mice. Ulysses, that's amazing. Lundell came through. A nice little move. Got the puck over to Marchand, who went for the return pass. It was deflected, and they are going to count that one as a shot. So the Panthers, at the 12:55 mark, get the, or 12:55 left, they get their first shot on goal in this period. Wow. No score yet, Megan. No score yet. Off the draw. It's a scramble. It's a scramble. Cats come away with it. Back to Ekblad. Ekblad turning, throwing it towards the net. That's going to be knocked down by Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere is actually having a good game today. His best game of the series so far, by far. Putting this to Kakiniemi. He shoots. And Bobrovsky with a nice save. Going to hang on to it. That's a bang-bang play there. Kakiniemi had a man breaking on the other side. Didn't see him coming. Didn't put the puck over to him. But a nice job. They were really kind of working it through. But a real nice job. Kakiniemi, you know, he's been in and out of the lineup. He's been up and down the lineup. He's getting some chances. So I like what they're bringing. 2 seconds left of the 4-on-4. 12:37 left to go. Can't imagine the Panthers go all the way. Let's see. Let's see if they can do it. Off the draw. Florida going to take this one away. Up over the line. Verhaeghe cutting through. He loses it. Carolina going to turn. Here they come again. Stahl bringing this one in. Stahl driving behind the net. Forsling up on him. Trying to take this one away. Bennett and Forsling working in the corner. Bennett hits the back of the skate of Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe tried to return to Bennett. Turns it over. This is going to be cycled back to the point. Orlov bringing it in, going around Bennett. Orlov driving. Orlov still with it. Bennett going to take him to the side. Behind the net, Bennett going to pick up this loose puck. Going to work it to Tkachuk. He flips this one out. Back down Carolina, dumping it right in. Ekblad wants it. Bobrovsky gives it over to him. Here's a long pass. Tkachuk over the line, stopping. Tkachuk looking, feeding this one back. Here's a long shot. No, they went for the pass. They don't shoot. Balinskis to Schmidt. Schmidt with a shot. It's knocked down. Bennett can't pick it up. Carolina going to turn. They're going to bring these ones up. Oh, Looney Tunes were the best. Whiskey with Burt Reynolds. Sounds good. Up the line. Carolina keeping this one in. Stankoven hits the back of the skate on that pass. Florida going to turn and come the other way. 3-on-3, 3-on-2, 2-on-2. This pass is going to go across. Carolina picks up the loose puck. They're going to carry it. Svechnikov into the zone. Svechnikov going around. Schmidt with the backhand. Bob with a nice save. Rebound, another nice save. Here's a shot from the point. Another nice save. Bob with the Applebee's trio right there. 3 great saves in a row. This back around. Florida off the boards, looking up ice. This is going to come all the way down. Going in the corner, 9 shots for the Canes in this period. 1 for the Panthers. Here's a long pass. Florida going to turn it around. Up over the line, trying to cut through is Lundell. Lundell, he's getting hooked and hanged onto. Loose puck. Rodriguez can't get it. Sanjay, how's it going? It's Wabbit season. That was the best. Aho can't pick it up. Jones going to recover. Jones going to get this one going. Long pass. Panthers can't clear. It's kept in. Kulikov loses his stick. Jarvis going to take it away. Barkov has to come back. Carolina doing a really nice job in this hockey game so far. Barkov looking one way, going the other way. Marchand, he's going to try and chip this one out. Comes around behind the net. Here's Jones. Jones, he's going to take a bump, but gets this one all the way down. Carolina in their own zone, going to turn and bring this one right back up. Bob out to stop it. Looking one way, now he feeds it over to Barkov. Barkov in the corner, long pass. Almost turned it over. Return feed. Here comes Florida over the line. Little drop for Rodriguez with a shot. And a glove save there as Boquist gets turned around as him and Orlov come together and have some words. Mr. Cena, how's it going? Mr. Cena, no, that's the big talk. They're going to commercial break. That's the big talk right now. Leaf fans saying, oh, the Leafs look so much better now that Carolina is getting crushed. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. And I don't think I was overly hard on the Maple Leafs. I mean, were we critical of them? Yes. Do we have some things to say? Yes. But we were not one of those people burning jerseys and throwing out, talking as much smack as people were. To turn around now and say, oh, maybe we were wrong. Look what Florida was doing. If you know the game of hockey and you're a fan of hockey, then you know how good this Florida Panther team is. When they're beating the lights out of the Maple Leafs and you turned your back on the Maple Leafs, we all got frustrated. But some of the things and some of the threats, some of the players were getting threatened on the streets and in elevators. That's uncalled for. To turn around and say, well, maybe I was wrong. Carolina's getting beat, so maybe the Leafs actually played okay. Florida's just a better team. Doesn't fly with me. Doesn't work that way. We were waiting for someone to score. Yes, indeed. 0-0 is the score here. And my goodness, what a phenomenal hockey game. Carolina, right now, as they dominated the first period, they are really dominating this second period. They're playing great. Oilers coming up tomorrow. Oilers and Stars. We'll be here live for that one. I hope you'll join us and come back. Len, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Leafs went 7. Got to give them some credit. They went 7 games. They jumped out and then Florida came back. They forced game 7. That's great hockey. But to everybody who destroyed them and the things that were said, to turn around and say, well, maybe I was mistaken. Nah. Shouldn't have said those things to begin with. All right, coming back from commercial break. But that's just my feeling on it. Let's go. 9:44 to go. 9:44 to go. This has been a wild hockey game. Thank you for that thumbs up. Orlov going to bring this one around. Here comes a big hit. Panthers can't keep this one in. Stahl over the red line into the Panthers zone. There's a big hit on the far side. Bounces to the side of the net. Panthers going to pick this one up. They're going to flip it out. Yeah, Oloso, it was bad. It was bad. Nah, Dan. I appreciate that, Dan. Not famous. Just happy to like hockey. And here comes Stankoven with a shot. He scores! Logan Stankoven. And the Carolina Hurricanes, for the first time in this series, get the first goal. Wow. Logan Stankoven, the guy who came over in the trade for Mikko Rantanen, picks this one and just absolutely roofs it. Stankoven. BD, what's going on? Yeah, right, BD. Holy smokes. McKinsey, what's going on? Someone scored. Logan Stankoven, first time opening scoring in the series versus the Panthers. Carolina 5-0 in scoring first in the playoffs. Let's see if that will continue. I love those bobblehead guys. They are awesome. Gonna put this one off the glass. Ekblad driving this one right back in. Coming to the line. Bennett can't squeeze. And it's a race. Forsling coming back. Forsling has it taken away. 24 forever. How's it going? Shot right on. Bob going to make another nice save. Their first ever lead. That's right. This going around in the corner. Stankoven with his 5th of the playoffs. This at the side. I love that guy. And what is that mascot, by the way? Burns going to play this one all the way out. Florida in their own zone, going to turn and bring it up. Will this awake the beast? Sirath, I'm not sure if they can. Lundell in the corner, getting it up to Marchand. Marchand tried to flip it to the point. That gets knocked down. A hook on Marchand. He still comes away with it. Marshy to the point. Here's a blast off the goalpost. Another shot. That one's going to get knocked down. Great shift here by the Panthers. They just put one off the post. Icing going to be waved off as the Carolina Hurricanes beat it out. This down around at the corner. Kane's still going to work this one in. Schmidt going in there. Schmidt, he's getting tangled up. Going to play this one across. Balinskis, he's going to get bumped here. Kane's going to try and walk into the corner. Can't do it. Getting up on his man. Kotkaniemi going cross ice. Here's a shot from the point. That's going to be deflected up and at a play. Wow. Thank you for hitting that subscribe, by the way. Tyler, how's it going? Welcome in. All right. Thank you for being here. Holy smokes. Bobrovsky. He's making stop after stop after stop. The Canes have 20 shots already. Panthers only have 10. He's a bald weasel. Name Stormy. Makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. Off the draw. This is going to come to the line. Carolina keeping this one in. Paul, what's going on? Gostisbehere with a shot that's off a stick. Excuse me, going up and at a play. 1-0 Carolina. 7.5 to go. Yeah, Beetlejuice said we'll have it tomorrow. We'll have it tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't know why they played at 3 o'clock yesterday. That was crazy. But yeah, we were on the road on our way home. Luckily, we were able to listen to the game, though. It's a good one. Off the draw, back to the line. Gostisbehere going to keep this one in. Down around behind the net. Carolina trying to walk out in front. Nice little stop there with the paddle. This around at the side. No seek. Digging it out. This is going to come, and here comes Bennett through the neutral zone, sending this one all the way down. Pink Panther will score next. We'll see. Right now, these guys are all over them. Mike, how's it going? Fort Lauderdale boy in the house. Praising them Panthers. A good night. Mike, I hope so. Love me some Lauderdale. This being tipped in the corner. Have to make sure I get over to Chima next time I'm there. Chima, such a good place. Here's a shot. That one's blocked. Carolina, 3-on-1. Trying to get back. Svechnikov going across. Great play by Aaron Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad to break that one up. Holy smokes. Mackenzie, thank you for being here. Canes, Aho trying to get this one in. Florida can't get it out. Paul wants the Canes. Getting the chicken and rice ready. You know them Panthers play around and just do the thing. That's right, Mike. They just do it. They just do it. 6 minutes left to go in this period. 1-0 Carolina. Canes going to bring it up in their own zone. Trying to work this one across. There's a long shot and a tip. That one goes just wide. Big hit in the corner. The physicality definitely picking up. Martin Hook putting it across. Here's Aho with a backhand. Bobrovsky takes that one high and able to knock it down. Cat's going to turn and bring this one back. Hitting that red line. They try to dump it in, but didn't get much on it. Over to Slavin. Long pass. Cross ice. Misses everybody. But again, Stankoven going to get in. Beat out the icing. Stankoven trying to bring it around. Bobrovsky flipping that stick around. Able to knock it down. NHL conspiracy. Here comes Bennett slowly, and he's going to play this one in. Bob Roski. He sounds like my uncle when you say it that way. Yeah, my uncle, Bob Roski. It's down in the corner. Schmidt trying to keep this one in. Florida trying to center it. They can't. Freddie Anderson going to make the save and hang on to it. Pocket cold pizza is awesome. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of cold pizza. They're going to go to commercial break. 1-0, 5 minutes left to go. Talking about pizza, we had this phenomenal pizza place the other night. I didn't even know it existed. This place called The Dough Box. the dough box. Very, very, very tasty. It was pretty sweet. So big shout out to the staff over at the dough box. It was wild. It was wild. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for us. Cold spaghetti. Hang on a second. Cold spaghetti? I can't do cold spaghetti. Now, is that Beetlejuice set? Are you doing like fully sauced up, like spaghetti and sauce, or you just like cold spaghetti noodles? Because for me, it has to be real, real warm. Real warm. All right, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's do it. Who's going to win this one? Who's going to take this round home? You know what to do. Dan's already dropping it. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'm going rock this time. I'm going rock. What are you putting? Honor system. Be honest. How hungry? Dan, I'm starving. I'm always hungry. Always hungry. Cold noodles and sauce. Wow. Going with paper. Thomas is going with paper. Dan's also going rock. Going paper. And Doss is going with the scissors. Road Warriors scissors. Spaghetti grilled cheese. Alonso, there you go. Alonso, I'm going to make it for a short one day. We're going to rock. Lots of rocks. Keep on rocking in a free world. Dara's going paper. Ara's going rock. Paper for Paul. Paper. Sasham's going rock. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. Barbecue burger. We did barbecue burgers today, too. Scissors. Nice. All right. Back from commercial break. Good round. Pretty even round that time. Pretty even round. Off the draw. We got under 5 minutes to go in this period. Oh, Darce. I haven't had KFC in a long time. That's going to be offside. A late offside whistle. Lundell was coming in. He was getting ready to fire, and they blew that one down. And Stankoven's got a lot to say, too. He's now up to 8 goals and 16 points in 33 playoff games for the young Stankoven. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Fried spaghetti sandwich. Len, nice. I'll eat anything. Beggars can't be. There you go, Sarah. Off the draw. Canes again going to win this one. They're going to send this one down into the Florida Panthers zone. Panthers trying to dig it out here. Carolina's been owning the faceoff circle. Over 60%. Little break-in pass for Rodriguez. It's behind him. It's picked up and brought in offside again. Oh, you love Aerosmith. Aerosmith was awesome. I was lucky enough to see Aerosmith a number of years ago. We had like really, really good seats too. For those that are just coming in, I kindly remind you, hit that thumbs up for us. We're almost at 200. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe. Let's get those subscriber numbers to jump up. Hit that sub for me. We're trying to get to 28K. Off the draw again. This time Florida takes it away. Jangy, how's it going? Yeah, Weezer's not bad. Weezer's not bad. Going to be tipped in the line. Anderson going to come out to play this one around. Ekblad stepping in to keep it in. He does a nice job. Bennett over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe coming back in front. Nice little job by Slavin to break up that one. Verhaeghe at the side of the net. Can't come away with it. I thought they were coming in. Panthers with a glorious opportunity. In Carolina, a great defensive play. Yeah, LP certainly did. This coming across, back to the line. I don't know if I've actually tried Wendy's chili. Weather was bad. We had to put... Oh, Rick, I'm so sorry to hear. So sorry. Yeah, it rained all weekend where we were too. But I'm sorry, Rick. Here's a blast, and there's a stop. Bob with a nice stop. Canes are at about over 8 minutes of offensive zone time. The Panthers are only at about 6, so Canes are really outplaying Florida right now. Yeah, Jess, I've heard it was really good, but I've heard it's a big crier. If you're a crier in movies, I've heard it's made a few people shed a tear or two. 3:34 to go. 21-11. The shots for Carolina. 1-0. Carolina with that lead in this very, very important Game 4 as Carolina's trying trying to stay alive. Lundell off the draw, scrambling it. Canes come away with it. Cats couldn't control it. Here's Stahl. Stahl playing this one around. Orlov keeping it in. Kulikov is being pushed up by Martin Hook. He's going to flip it along the boards, and Panthers have been very solid all playoffs on their board game, but today it has not been great. This coming around the other side. Cats can't hold the line. They're going to back it up through the neutral zone. Now they dump it right back in. Freddie Anderson can't get there. The Sterainen dropping it back. Here's a shot. Nice block. Big block here. Carolina getting in front. This coming, Carolina flying down the line. Schmidt up on his man. Kane still with it. Back to the line to Slavin. Going to put it across. Gostisbehere with a shot. That goes wide. Bob is looking side to side. Carolina ripping it around the boards. Comes to the line. Not out. Gostisbehere keeps this one in. 2.5 to go. Dropped off. Bob swiping at it. Side of the net. Trying to wrap it around the other side. Randy, how's it going? No, Randy, we were on the road. And yesterday, they played at 3 o'clock yesterday, so it wasn't a night game. This coming all the way back. Schmidt is going to come back to pick this one up. A lot of heads to get. 90 was icy heads to get it. Wow, Rick, you had a very eventful couple of days. Hope you're doing all right. All right, 2:19 to go here in this period. 2:19 to go. Carolina, I mean, has this team been the whole series? Face off to the left of Freddie Anderson. Off the draw. Claving going to pull this one back and to flip it off the boards. Ekblad holds this one in at the line. Shot is going to get knocked down. Kane's going to put this one off the boards. Forsling has to go back. Can't get it out. Kane's driving this one in. Taylor Hall in the corner. He gets taken down. Here they come again, the Panthers through the neutral zone, going to dump it in. Under 2 minutes to go. Under 2 minutes for Hagee in the corner. He goes down. And we got a whistle. Is this a penalty? Burns is going to go to the box. Burns is going to go to the box. I'm surprised we didn't get another embellishment call. So with 1:49 to go, the Florida Panthers are going to find themselves back on the power play.
There's a lot going on in the series. There's a lot going on in the games. And
so over how what was what?
That's kind of okay, but
so that is a horrendous call. Horrendous. Carolina just got robbed. I don't understand what they're calling in this game. They've let so much go in the chintzy little things they call. This was a play where Verhaeghe turned to go the other way and kind of fell and kind of knocked Burns, and Burns kind of fell on top of him. So it's just terrible officials tonight. So Barkov in to take this draw. Cats nope, they're gonna lose it. Gostisbehere hammers it around the boards. Tkachuk comes over, he's gonna keep this one in, throwing it up to Rodriguez. He can't play it in the Canes. Gonna send it all the way down the ice. Bobrovsky, he's out to slow this one down. Panthers have scored 1 of 12 power play goals at home. All the others have been on the road. Rodriguez is going to dump this one in the corner. Trying to get up here. They're due. Coming around to Ekblad. Ekblad going to touch it up, bouncing it out to the middle of the ice. Jones going to play this around. Tkachuk behind the net. Barkov to the point for Jones. Jones to Barkov. Back over to Jones. Playing it in the middle for Rodriguez. He's going to shoot. That one goes way high. Tkachuk can't settle it down. Barkov has to pinch up on it. Plays it to Rodriguez across. Somebody shoot. They do, and it's a big shot block. Back to the line for Jones. Over to Barkov. Barkov on the near side. Hey, Luna, how's it going? Here's Tkachuk. Tkachuk playing this one down low. Getting it back. He's going to shoot. There's a block. Comes to Barkov, but he can't handle it. And this, again, is going to be cleared all the way down the ice. Holy smokes. I will tell you, Isabel, and welcome in. I've lost so much respect for Green Day in the last month. It's not even funny. I won't even listen to Green Day anymore. I think they're a joke. Here's Aho with a nice shot, and Bobrovsky takes that one high off the shoulder. He's stunned and slow to get up. Here comes the Panthers back the other way. 8 seconds to go. Side of the net. Trying to shovel it in front. Orlov with a huge block. This going to come aside. Going to come across. Here's another shot. And that's going to do it. This period comes to an end. We're going to period number 3, where the Canes have a 1-0 lead. Holy smokes. What a absolute crazy, crazy period. If we look at these stats, if we break this one all the way down, I mean, this is just nuts. The King, what's going on? Welcome in. Wow. Zizo, how's it going? Yeah, we're not going to talk about that now. We're not going to talk about it. I don't want to give them any time of day. They're not worth my time of day. All right, 12 shots for the Florida Panthers, 23 for the Carolina Hurricanes. 12 shots for the Panthers. That's crazy. Carolina doing such a good job shutting things down. Unbelievably incredible what they are doing. 23 shots for the Carolina Hurricanes. They had 12 in that period, where the Panthers only had 5. It is absolutely wild. 32 hits to 38. Panthers are ahead in the hits. But look at those faceoffs, 23-13. 23 faceoff wins. That is absolutely insane. 0 for 1 on the power play, 0 for 2 are the Panthers. Nobody can score a power play goal, it seems, right now. Giveaways starting to creep up there, 11-10, which is absolutely nuts. Taking a look at the takeaways, 3-2, and then 8-6, the block shots. All right, let me see. Let me take a look and see if I can find that highlight we wanted to talk about and take a look at, because some of these embellishment calls were crazy. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right, give me a moment while I set this up, and then I'll show you guys what we were talking about. And it'll give us, it's a reverse angle, so it's good. So I haven't seen this angle yet, so we can break it down together. It'll just take me a moment here to bring this up and get it organized. But really, it's the Carolina Hurricanes have dominated both pieces of play. They have been absolutely wild. So great job, Carolina. I mean, I'm mesmerized, absolutely floored about what a great job they are doing in this hockey game. It is not that I expected it at all. I thought Florida again would be all over them. All right, let's break this one down. Real Goose, what's going on? All right, so this is what happens. You can see in the corner. Here we go, right? Tkachuk is right here. Stahl is right here. Puck is over here. Both go for the puck. Right here, you see the stick gets underneath the arms of Tkachuk, right? So he's underneath the arms. So there's the hook. There's the hook, right? Stahl gets turned around. He kind of gets tripped on that back leg, because you see the back leg of Tkachuk, kind of they get tangled up, twist turned around, a little bit of a can opener. So Tkachuk is off balance here. Tkachuk gets twisted and taken down, right? Legs are intertwined. He goes down. Where's the embellishment? That's all that happened. So I understand embellishment. I understand that guys at times absolutely will go down and they'll throw their head up, they'll throw their hands up, they'll go flying like they just got shot out of a cannon. I understand embellishment from that aspect. In this case, Stahl comes in, stick under the arms, legs between legs, right? And because he comes in on him, when you watch it in full speed, his momentum spins him around, right? The momentum spins him around and takes him down. There's no embellishment here. This is just clearly stick underneath, legs tangled, momentum, turning him around off balance. I don't understand at what aspect there is embellishment. Unless they feel like he could have stayed on his feet. He didn't need to drop down. But again, how in this case, Stahl turns you around, puts you in the spin cycle. Your legs get taken out from under you. How are you supposed to stay on your legs? Now, it was a penalty. It was a penalty on Jordan Stahl. but then the referees called embellishment on Matt Tkachuk, and instead of this being a Panther power play, it ended up being a 4-on-4, which makes no sense for me whatsoever. But I'm glad we were able to find that so quickly, because just such a bizarro play. One of those things that just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. Let's take a look here at Logan Stankoven. Logan Stankoven with a phenomenal goal. Let's see if is this going to be in the right placing. Nope. Let's bring this one up here. So Stankoven, he comes in. He's got, clean cut, right? He's on his own. Panthers can't get over there. They're caught way behind. It's one-on-one. One-on-one. It's totally up to Stankoven here to make something happen. He comes in, head up, looking for that shot, and just absolutely fires it through, puts it over, and a great shot here. He just rips it in a great shot. Beats Bob up high. Really nice shot by Stankoven, and that's your only goal. That's your only goal in this game so far. So crazy. I'm trying to see if there's the other one, the other play. No. Remember I mentioned earlier about the missed hit. So I mentioned about Kotkaniemi coming in, going to throw a huge hit on Jones, where Jones kind of stepped away from it. Let's take a look at this one, because this is a pretty funny play. This isn't something you see every day. Here he comes behind the net. He's here behind the net, and he kind of leaps through the air, going for the hit on Jones. Jones kind of steps aside, and he comes flying through the air. And Jones just says, "Excuse me," and he completely misses him. But this is one thing that drives me nuts, and I think it's worth talking about a little bit. We see this a lot. So he comes in, Kotkaniemi comes in on his own, right? Comes in on his own, makes the jump. He leaps to go for the hit. Jones goes by. Jones squeezes by. So what does Kotkaniemi do? I don't know if you caught this. He kicks out his back leg. There was no need for him to kick out in his back leg to try to get a hit here. Kotkaniemi comes in on his own, leaps into the corner to try and hit. When he realizes he's missing, he swings his back leg to try and get him. What is with that? That I have a big problem with. We saw this in the Stars game the other day. Jose coming in with that subscribe. Thank you, Jose. We saw this the other day where Dallas Star player kind of got hit and went down and kicked his legs up, and actually kicked, was it Zach Hyman? Kicked him in the chin or the lip. Could have been a very, very dangerous play. But we're seeing this a lot now. When guys are getting hit, when guys miss hits, when they go down, they're throwing their legs out. Now, years ago, when kneeing was a big thing, we talked about how guys would go in for a hit. When they'd realize they'd miss the hit, they'd stick the leg out to try and get that knee in there. And that was a whole topic of conversation. Nobody's talking about right now how a lot of players are throwing their legs around when they're getting hit. And it's very dangerous situation. That's got to stop, and stop quickly. Radio rules, absolutely they do. Cucumber, what's going on? Panthers, they're gonna show up. They're gonna wake up. Marchand needs his DQ. That's right, he needs his DQ. They can score and score quickly, absolutely. He will show up and get things done in a very, very quick way. So I'm not worried about this Panther team. It would be much more entertaining if the Panthers were playing the Avalanche. Hey, you know what, Beetlejuice said that would be a very interesting series. I think if it's a rematch of next year, it's going to be, or of last year, it's going to be good as well. Panthers, Oilers, if the Oilers can get in there, I think that would be real entertaining. I would love to see them get in there and get back at it, going together. One of the things with these series that, makes it interesting, is when these games get close. The Panthers have been blowing out the Canes every single game. So it's nice that we actually have a hockey game here. It's nice that Canes are getting stops. Defensively, they're playing really, really well. Goaltender had, yeah, I mean, that was that Clint Malarchuk many years ago. But we've seen lots of skates come up and clip guys, and it's so dangerous. One rule you would change about the regular or playoff season. So Beetlejuice said, I personally, I'm not a fan of the shootout. So in regular season, I would bring back, I would make overtime 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. And then probably end it in a tie. I liked when they had ties. I liked having the extra, the single points. It messed up the scoring and made it interesting. I don't think you need a clear-cut winner in every game. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the shootout. I say 10-minute overtime and let it be. I also really like the jailbreak rule in the PWHL. I think that is a great rule where if you score shorthanded, you kind of kill off, the penalty is negated. That would be pretty cool. Who was that attempting? So that was Kakinemi Matumbe, and welcome in. He went up, jumped on his own in the corner, went for the hit, missed it, threw out his leg to try and catch a piece of him. It's just not. You just don't need to do that. It's called being dirty hockey player. That ain't cool. Yeah, Mike, it's not. And not at all, right? Let's see. I do not, Mackenzie. Definitely not. I was a drummer. So I could bang on things, but definitely not a guitar player. Love to play guitar, but just never learned. I'm going to be waiting like 14 games. Can a team please just pick up the gas? Bro, that's really funny. Let's see here. Ties. No, hockey games shouldn't be a draw. See, I don't mind it. Because if you extended overtime to 10 minutes, and you could still do it 3-on-3, I'm fine with that. You're probably not going to have a ton of them end in ties, and you very well may. I can't stand the shootout, and I'll tell you, in international hockey, I can't stand shootouts either. I can't stand shootouts, and I know in the international they go 5 shooters instead of 3, but my goodness. In an elimination game, you shouldn't be eliminated because you went to a shootout. Just keep playing. Let's see here. Just the shots are not the same at the start of the series. Yeah, shots are definitely not. 12 shots for the Panthers. That's wild. That's wild that they only have 12 shots. They usually get a ton more shots. Salming was a warrior and damn. He absolutely was, Jack. I wish the highest rated teams played the lowest rated teams, regardless of division. Oh, Beetlejuice said that's interesting. I think that would be a fun experiment where you get your final 16, right? You take your final 16 and you seed them based off 1-16, 2-15. You kind of do it that way. And so you don't have your East versus West. You just jumble it all up right away. That would be a very interesting. Certainly, it gives you an added benefit of being higher in the standings. It kind of kills the whole, you got to win your division, you got to win your conference, and then go to the cup, and you have the East versus West. But that would certainly be an interesting tournament, right? That would certainly be an interesting tournament. I wouldn't mind seeing that one time, actually, to be honest. I think that would be pretty darn cool. Like, let's see. Hang on. Let me do a little experiment here. Bear with me. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Oh, do they not have it anymore? Let's see if we go. Let's go over here. I'm going to try something here real quickly. Oh, here. Okay, let's see. Can I filter this? Perfect. So that would mean if we were going 1 through 16. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? If we were to do this experiment, that means Winnipeg would have played New Jersey. Winnipeg would have played New Jersey. Washington plays Calgary. And again, we're not talking wild card. We're just purely saying 1 through 16, right? So that means Washington would have played Calgary Flames. Vegas would have played the St. Louis Blues. Toronto would have played Minnesota. Dallas would have played Ottawa. LA would have played Florida. Tampa against Carolina. And Colorado, Edmonton. Those would be some crazy series. That would be real interesting. I would like that. And it would mean Montreal wouldn't make the playoffs. So you would essentially sub Calgary in, Montreal would come out. That would be neat. All right, Matambe, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care. Modem, how's it going? Welcome in. I tell you, Edmonton, Colorado would be a fun series. Toronto, Minnesota, that would be real interesting. Real interesting. Yeah, there's some good ones there. I was mad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be cool. All right. Good Beetlejuice. Good, opportunity there. Again, it would never happen, but I think that would be cool. I think that would be something neat. B40, how's it going? Welcome in. Did I miss anybody else creeping in here? I hope not. But if I did, I'll catch you as I see you pop up. So thanks for joining us. What is the hate about South Florida teams? Mike, it's funny. It's true, right? Tampa Bay, they had back-to-back cups and went to the finals for a third time. Couldn't get it done. Of course, Toronto or Florida now. This potentially will be their third time going if they can kind of close this door. 20 minutes left to go. Carolina is up 1-0 in this game. Florida, it's not that they've gotten bad goaltending. It's just some of their fundamentals have gone away. Not playing well along the boards. Something that Florida has done a really good job all playoffs long. Those board battles. They're getting beat today. They're not getting good offensive zone possession time. Their cycle and their forechecks have not been very good. Obviously, because their forechecks and their board battles are failing, it means they're not getting the shots on net. Defensively, they started in the first period. They were able to pick the puck up and move it with ease. Carolina's found a way of sustaining some real pressure in there. So they're doing a really, really nice job, Carolina is. It's not that Florida's playing bad. It's Carolina right now is playing for their life, and they've kind of found their way. The water in Florida is good. It is, Dan. And welcome in, Smile Mark. How's it going? Good to see you. All right, let's get set because period number 3 is moments away. And it's win or go home for the Carolina Hurricanes. They need to find a way of striking back. So let's get set. All right, prediction, whomever scores next wins this game. We will see. Please, Panthers, come back. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor, some new faces coming in. Hit that subscribe for us. We're on our way to 460. And here's Brad Marchand.
So I better get lifetime free supply of Dairy Queen now. Thank you, fellas. DQ, baby.
So there you go. Marshy eating some chocolate chip cookie dough at intermission in the last game. Now all the signs are out for Marchand and the Blizzards. That's pretty darn funny. Loston, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Plain Sharks coming in. Keep it up. Love your channel from a Panthers fan. Thank you so much. We are happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us. And thanks for the super chat. All right, who's our community leaders right now? Rob, Doss, Ulysses holding on to those top spots. Let's play some hockey, shall we? Panthers had a couple of ticks on the power play. Here's a quick shot. That one's going to be deflected up and over. So with a couple of seconds gone, that's going to do it. Back to 5-on-5. Marchand, 5 game-winning points in 35 series-clinching games. Can never count this guy out.
Let's
John,
go.
what's going on? Welcome in. I have 12K. Holy John's going big. Going big. What just happened to our little stat line here? All right. Well, that'll get reset. Here's Marchand with a shot. That one gets knocked down. Good luck for you, John. We're hoping you come through. This all the way down. Stankoven. Kulikov takes him down, throws him to the ice, and Kulikov is going to go to the box for roughing. Just takes his face and stiff arms him down to the ice. So Kulikov going to the box. Stankoven weathering the storm, and the Hurricanes going to go back to the power play.
You've killed 6 in a row. You're winning 65%.
No need for this. Get a little frustration here. Kulikov takes down the much smaller Stankoven. Yikes. Yeah, Jack, he just grabbed him and threw him down. Maddie, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's do it. Royal hitting that subscribe. Thank you, Royal. Our on-ice widget has seemed to go a little berserk. That will refresh itself. It will sort itself out. Aho in to take the draw. 2 minutes on the power play clock for the Canes. Ekblad going to win this over to Lundell. He's going to shoot this one all the way down the ice. There's a good start. There we go. See, it was just a matter of time before it refreshed itself. Voted Canes. Here come those Canes up over the line. Going to pull up, look to get it going. Stolen by the Panthers. And again, they're going to get this one all the way down the ice. So again, not a ton of pressure on the Panthers. They obviously want to win this game. They want to do it at home. But it's not make or break for them. They got a few kicks at the can. This coming in the corner, going over to the far side. Listerainen up on his man. That's going to be intercepted. And it's going to be held in, but a high stick. So face-off coming up, and it should be outside the line.
Well, their power play got a couple in game 3, and
we hoop. What's going on? We got this in Canes and 7. Canes and 7. Welcome in, We Hoop. Thanks for joining in. Mendel, how's it going? You and me need to stay together as Canes fans. Listen, Canes are playing the better game today. Canes are playing the better game today for sure. You guys, Canes have been dominating. They're down to 59% in the faceoff circle, though. They were at 61. Burns going to drop this one back. 1 minute to go in the power play. Stankoven with speed going to drop this one off. Morrow playing it down in there for Kotkaniemi. Ekblad chasing it around. Forsling in there as well. Carolina spinning it top to the point. Nifty little move. Burns moving to the middle. He wanted it. Burns, pass was coming for him. That was picked off by another Carolina player. Cross-ice pass and a shot by Hall. That one goes wide. In the corner, Morrow working away. Going to feed it back to the point. Kotkaniemi to Morrow. Spins this down. Stankoven, little saucer pass across. That one doesn't connect. Florida trying to clear. It's a board battle. And this one they do get out, but not all the way down. Burns hanging on. 20 seconds to go. Forsling going to pick this one up. He's going to turn and clear this one down. Burns grabbing it right in front of the Carolina bench. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Morrow, shot, going to be blocked. Back to Morrow. Morrow looking. Stankoven going back door. Here's a shot. That's going to sail wide. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Kulikov picking it up right out of the box. Kulikov with Verhaeghe shooting. Rebound. Kulikov trying to center it. That was such a bad play by Kulikov. In the corner for Stahl. Stahl going to play this one all the way down the ice. Florida going to turn it to Schmidt. Schmidt going to dump this one in. Over on the side. Cats can't hold it in. Kulikov out of the box. It came right to him. He should have made the pass. Instead, he tried to be the hero. Schmidt is going to hold it up behind the net. Under 17 minutes to go. 1-0 Carolina here in Game 4.
We'll send it up around the boards.
Over the line, this is going to be flipped in. Welcome back, Kathleen. Little bump, Cats at the line. Forsling can't hold it. At the center ice line, now they're going to put it in. They got to tag up. Anderson comes out. He's going to leave it behind the net. Canes have to work it and work it quick. This is going to be flipped down the ice. In over the line, Carolina. Still in here. They're really just getting creative with this puck. Andrew, how's it going? Welcome in. That's right. Stankoven is your goal scorer right now. We're one sub away from 460. Who's going to put us over? Carolina behind the net. Sveshnikov going to bring this one around. Here's a shot. It gets knocked down. Canes again going to back it up. 11 minutes of ozone time for Carolina. Only 7:45 for Florida. Here they come. Marchand. Long pass. Marchand into the zone. He's with it. Digging in his feet. Centers it across, but it's behind Lundell. Carolina going to pick it up in turn. Bringing this one up. It's going to be knocked away. Marchand again to Lundell with a breakaway. He tries to go backhand, taken down by Amaro. And it's going to be a penalty to the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh my goodness. This is a penalty you have to take. Nikishin has to take his man down here, or this is a guaranteed goal. What a great play here by Carolina. Florida was busting in. Florida, they had an opportunity. In Carolina, you had to take this penalty. Or that was, I mean, it's not a guaranteed, but pretty good chances that he was going to score. He had Anderson down and out. He just had to raise it over the pad. So a penalty worth taking. Let's see if they can kill this one off. So Panthers on the power play. A plus 14 goal differential in the third period. The comeback Cats can score and score in bunches in the third frame. Let's see what they do here. Off the draw, comes right to the Canes. They're going to bring this one out. Carolina into the zone. Man going to the net, trying to get it across for Stahl. That doesn't complete. Here's a giveaway. Walking in, a big blast, and Bobrovsky with a huge save as Slavin stepped into one. Here comes Tkachuk back the other way. He's going to drop this one off. Barkov putting it across. Florida over the line. Rodriguez dropping it. Rodriguez again. He shoots. Big save. Rebound. They can't get it. Carolina clears this to the boards. Kept in, back to the line. Working it. Rodriguez with a shot. That one is blocked. Barkov getting it. His pass is intercepted. Burns hammers it around the boards. And this is going to come all the way down the ice. Bobrovsky leaving it up here for Jones. Change is coming. Jones going to flip this one over. Cat's going to work this one up the boards. Verhaeghe hammers it in. Down around on the far side. Marchand is there. Bennett is there. Comes to the line. Held in by Schmidt. Schmidt over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe back. Schmidt going to reverse it to Bennett. Bennett to Schmidt. Schmidt. Here's a long shot. Deflection. Rebound is right there. Anderson dives down. Nice little pullback. Pass to Schmidt. It's deflected. And Carolina clears. They almost had a breakaway. Bobrovsky comes way out of the net. He's going to play this one up. 40 seconds left on the Panther power play. And the Panthers are struggling here tonight. Verhaeghe tips this one in for Bennett. Bennett plays it across. Carolina intercepts. And they clear again. This one right on Bob. And he's going to set this one up. Holy smokes. Carolina, where has this team been? Schmidt going to bring this one up as Forsling had his stick slashed away. They're going to back it up. Forsling taking a look 10 seconds ago. Marchand going to dump this one in the corner. Anderson comes out to play this one. Takes a bump up the middle, and it's flying. Here come the Canes. Here's a long shot. That one's going wide. Comes all the way back down. That's it. Power play is expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here come the Canes again, and they score. Jankowski gets the goal, and there's some pushing and shoving in front right after this one. Holy smokes. Jankowski is going to get the goal. 2-0 Hurricanes. Wow. Carolina is flying tonight. Absolutely flying. Anderson makes some big stops. Carolina's able to clear, and this just turned around real quick. Orlov heads up pass. They're going to work this one in, and it's just a nifty little shot. Bob had the glove down low, and the Canes go up by 2. Wow. Incredible. Carolina. Oh, challenge. Challenge. We got a challenge. Zoran, how's it going? Was this offside? Maurice is 2 for 11 this season, 2 for 4 this season, 8 for 11 overall.
Remember, it's a stretch pass that's coming.
Wow, and usually spotters are pretty darn good about these calls.
And then you got to keep an eye on Jankowski.
Len, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it.
Robinson looks offside. That's what everyone's
Thank you, Len.
The growl about. Does he leave and go into the zone before the
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that.
And I think he does.
They haven't shown us a replay yet. Here we go.
Watch him on the far side.
Oh, yeah, he's offside by about a foot.
Coach's challenge video review, it was determined that at 13:33 the play was offside.
Offside. No goal. Goal is negated. Bejeweled, how's it going? So no goal. The goal is overturned with the coach's challenge. So that's a huge break for this Panther team who's been being outplayed today. Outplayed big time. So real good eye by the video guys. Really horrible call by the linesman, because the linesman who was right on the line looking straight down the line was not blocked at all. Called it no, that it was onside. So horrible call by the linesman, because it was clearly offside by about a foot. So will that wake up this Panther team? These challenges, things like this certainly can turn the tides. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us. As you are here, make sure you hit that subscribe. We're about 11 subs away now from 470. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that thumbs up. Hit that like. And again, Len, thank you so much. Appreciate you, buddy. 13:33 to go. A lot of time to go. It's only one goal. Third period is Florida's best period. But they have not been a good team here tonight. Carolina's outplaying them. Off the draw. Florida's going to win this one. They're going to bring it back. Up off the boards, down into the corner. Freddie Anderson out to stop it. Here comes that forecheck by the Panthers. Schmidt is there, couldn't hold it in. Long pass, Carolina breaking right back. Nice little play here. Digging in the corner. Little drop to the point. Here's a blast. Anderson going to block that back to the corner. This is going to be picked up by Jankowski again. Had his goal taken away, wants another one. No seek going to bring it up. Over to Sturm, this fourth line getting a chance. Sturm throws it around. Godovich can't get it going. Hall can't get it out. Panthers trying to keep this one in. Orlov, he's going to rotate it around. No seek comes up for a hit on him. Kulikov pinches. Kulikov going to bring it up. He's going to flip this to Nosek. Nosek, he's going to turn around. Throwing it through the crease. Nobody there. Here comes Rodriguez. He picks it up, sending this back to the line. Here's a shot deflected just wide. Another shot by Kulikov. That's deflected. Stays in bounds, though. Carolina going to pick this one up. They're going to send it all the way down the ice. Wow, what play. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live tomorrow as well for the Oilers and Dallas Stars Game 4. Join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Here come the Panthers, putting in the front for Barkov. He can't control it, and Barkov gets tripped by the goaltender. Anderson trips up Barkov. No call. Panthers back around in front. Marchand can't get it. Comes to the line. This is going to be held in. Forsling pinching. Barkov throwing it in the corner. Holy smokes. Tyler, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's Barkov walking right out in front. He dropped it. Rodriguez couldn't get it. They're going to put it off the boards and down the ice. You could have called about 4 infractions on that play on both teams. Rick, he should be. They're going to cycle this. Cat's going to chip it in over the line, and they're going to call offside. Wow. Unbelievable. What action. What pace. They are moving. Absolutely moving. They're going to commercial break. Nope, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tomorrow. I know some of the TV stations have their pregame starting at 7:30. But yeah, 8 o'clock is go live time. But I found the Edmonton-Dallas series, puck drop is usually like quarter after. They have a long pregame. But we'll be live tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. And then depending on the outcome of this game, we will continue following these series along. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Pacific, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern time. That's the one thing. When you get to round 3, all the games for the most part, are 8 o'clock, which is why I don't understand why yesterday they did a 3 o'clock game. That one makes no sense. I don't understand. Unless there was a lot of travel and whatnot for Memorial Day, so they wanted to go early. That I'm not understanding. Andrew, how's it going? Poor Carolina. Florida is just taking it easy on them. But Carolina has been really dominating this hockey game. 59.5% in the face-off circle. 24-16 the shots, although the Panthers 4 shots in this period to Carolina's 1. Carolina kind of sitting back a little bit, trying to defend their lead. Emma, how's it going? Welcome in. I missed yesterday because it was at 3. Yeah, I don't know why. That 3 o'clock start made no sense for me. No sense at all. But hey, that's sometimes they do these things. This is the Panthers rope-a-dope. Yeah, Mario, no kidding, right? And they're still not out of it. It's only one goal. It's only one goal.
But you know what? It's an opportunity for Paul Maurice.
All right, they're coming back from commercial break. Florida needs to put a goal in quick. Yes, they do. Let's go. Maurice trying to wake his team up. 11:34. Lots of time. An eternity. Off the draw over to Kulikov. Kulikov going to dump this one in. And that's going to be another whistle. Another Panther power play as Carolina starting to get sloppy. And this time it's going to be Stankoven. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. This is Carolina's second straight. So right off the draw, a little, and we see this all the time, right? You go for the stick lift, you miss the stick lift, and you catch the guy in the face. So Brindamore is livid about this one, but the Panthers are going to get an opportunity here. So off the draw, Panthers going to win this one. Jones, shot that's going to go right through, and Anderson going to see it all the way. He's going to glove this one down. They're 0 for 3 tonight with only 3 shots. But with Carolina being sloppy here, you know, Panthers at some point will make you pay. Blue car, how's it going? Welcome in. Anderson seeing this one through the deflection, getting that glove up on there. This one is going to be one around. Kane's going to win it, send it all the way down the ice. Hopping on Bobrovsky. Jones back to pick it up. They got a little sloppy in the last couple power plays. Jones going to drop this one back. Rodriguez has to turn back. Everyone's going to turn back now. He's going to move it ahead. Here comes Rodriguez up over the line, trying to take it himself. Comes through, falls to his knees. Has it knocked away. Ekblad trying to pinch up on there. And that's going to be taken away and cleared. Bob out to set it up. And the Cats got to start going. Here comes Tkachuk. He's going to drop this one back. Carolina getting real aggressive on the puck carriers here. Florida hits the line. They dump it in, but they're offside.
Tkachuk thought the timing of that dump in
no, I don't have, unfortunately not, because all they put on the little clock widget here is just power play. Doesn't actually give the countdown.
Face-off will be outside. They're almost halfway into killing this off.
There's 1:08 though. 1:08 to go left on the power play. Bennett in to take this draw. Face-off just outside.
We'll take the draw against Aho.
1-0 Carolina. Carolina wins it, and again, they're going to clear this one. Schmidt intercepts. They're going to play it up. Now Panthers hammer it in. Here comes the forecheck. Burns gets hit by Verhaeghe. Katz Bennett overskates it. Here comes Carolina. They're going to carry this one, and they go to round Tkachuk. Aho coming in, shooting. Big save. Rebound picked up by Tkachuk. He's going to turn. He's got Bennett with him. Gives him the puck. Bennett slowing up over to Tkachuk. Feeding it back for Marchand. It's behind him. Going to keep this one in. To Marchand in the slot for Verhaeghe, and he puts it wide. Cats are just misfiring tonight. Back to the line. Over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to Bennett. Cross with a one-timer. That's a fan shot. They're going to kick it over, and Tkachuk can't get it. Aho comes in the corner. Bennett takes it away. Plays this to the line. Swinging it to Verhaeghe. In the slot, his shot is blocked. Rebound goes just wide. This coming to the boards again. Ekblad has it. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Marchand, he's looking. Feeds it back. Ekblad with a shot. That goes wide. It's going to be gloved to the side. Slavin has no stick. Marchand to Ekblad. Cross ice with a shot, and he fans on it again. And this is going to come out. Power play has expired. Stankoven is out of the box, and he's going to come away with it. 5-on-5 hockey. Stankoven's shot gets blocked. Forsling back with it. Cats just have no firepower here tonight. And Ekblad going to send this one all the way down. Ref says no icing call. So Burns is back. He's going to put it off the boards. We got 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go in the third period. This coming around. Balazinkius is back to pick this one up. He's now going to work for it. He's going to carry this one up to the red line. Dumps this one in. Boquist is there. Chipping it back around over on the far side. Listerainen. He's got Lundell. Behind the net digging. Boquist put it along the boards. Held in at the line. Back around over on the near side. Little reverse hit. Here's a shot right on. Anderson kicks it up in the air. Carolina going to carry it up, and they're going to roll this one down the ice. This will be icing. Holy smokes. So coming all the way down, icing on Carolina. 8:25 to go. 8:25 to go. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. We're in for a heck of a finish here. 1-0 Carolina. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Do that thing, hit that like, make sure to hit that subscribe. Still trying to get over 460. Off the draw, Panthers going to win this one back. Marchand putting it behind the net. Gostisbehere picks it up. Marchand intercepts that, comes out to Barkov. He misses it. Jones is racing up, slashing at it, trying to keep it in. Rodriguez trying to get there. He can't do it. This is going to be played along. Barkov in front of the net. He's now got a peel behind. Gostisbehere playing this one around. This going to come out. And Jones going to race all the way back. Jones going to pick it up. Going behind Bobrovsky. Little pass over to Forsling. Forsling going to work it up to the red line. And now Rodriguez puts this one in. Gadovich in here on the corner. Barkov going for it. Cannot get it. Panthers holding it in. Here's a shot. That one's blocked. And it goes up and out of play. Panthers are starting to put pucks to the net, but everything is getting deflected and knocked out. They're going to commercial break. The Panthers fighting to come back. The Carolina Hurricanes are hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Now, Panthers are starting to win some faceoffs. Remember, Carolina was at almost 62% in the faceoffs. They're now down to 57.4%. Panthers are still out hitting them 45-33, but the shots are where it matters. Carolina has 2 shots this period. Florida has 6 shots this period. Lori, how's it going? It's a shame for official NHL for this game. Hard to believe. It's crazy. This is a wild hockey game. Yeah, James, I hope so. That's right. Tomorrow night, the Oilers and the Dallas Stars. The Oilers with a 2-1 series lead there, looking to really extend it. I mean, that was a fun game, afternoon game the other day. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Oilers, Stars. Will the Oilers go up 3-1, or will Dallas tie it back at 2s? So lots of really good games, a lot of exciting series. These playoffs have been so unpredictable, but it's all for the cup. It's all for the glory. And like it says, this is what we get crazy about. It is what we get crazy about. It's the run for the cup. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, this year has been just as good as any other. We've seen some hard-hitting battles, some big battles. We're down to the final 4, and we're waiting to see who's going to be the first team to move on. Will we get the rematch last year, Panthers and Oilers? Will we get Panthers Stars? Will Carolina make a miraculous comeback and win 4 straight to overcome their curse? Carolina has not won a conference final game since they won the Stanley Cup. Will that change tonight? 1-0 is the score. 7:40 to go in the third period. Face off in the Carolina zone. The ref wasn't a fair draw. They're going to pick it up. They're going to drop this one again. The Oilers Question for you, Oilers, do you want to lose the Stanley Cup again with Dallas? No, I don't want Dallas to win the Cup. The Oreo Show, what's going on? Welcome in, bud. Cats have it taken out of the zone. They're going to bring it all the way back in their own zone. Kulikov playing this one up to Boquist, off the boards. Down the ice, Florida, Listerainen. He's going to turn, gives it to Lundell. Lundell gets hit. Boquist comes in with a hit. Cat's going to keep this one in. Boquist turns and shoots, and that's deflected by Stahl. Up in the middle, this is in the corner. Listerainen tried to give it back to Lundell. It's taken away, and it's going to be cleared out and down the ice. Florida racing back, no icing call. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Florida in their own zone. Long pass up along the boards. They miss that pass. Carolina turns it around, sends it down the ice. Bob comes out to stop it. He's going to play it to Kulikov. Kulikov quickly up to Tkachuk. Bats it out to Bennett. Bennett comes up. Bennett stopping. He's turning back. Tries to feed it over. Gives it away. Aho's got a breakaway. Aho coming in. Forsling gets back. Forces Aho to go wide. What speed by Forsling. Kane's still coming. Tkachuk takes it away. He's going to play this one up. Bennett, I don't know what planet he's on. Bennett looks completely lost out there. Ekblad brings this one up through the middle. Carolina takes it away and plays this down the ice. Wow. 6:17 to go. 6:17. 1 goal game. Up over the line. Panthers are offside. They got to come out. Carolina turning back the other way. Trying to bring this one in. It's bobbled at the line. Cat's going to move. Nope, they turn it over again. Here they come again, flipping it down. Hurricanes down deep in the Panther zone. All they're doing is dump and chase. Panthers are having a tough time getting anything going. Here comes Schmidt over to the far side. Spinning around, putting it in the middle to Barkov. Barkov spinning. He's getting worked over by Slavin. Slavin turns and puts Barkov down. That's the exact same play that Florida got a penalty on earlier. Schmidt going to keep this one in. Mikola, how he turned and took down Stankoven and got a penalty. That was exactly what just happened to Barkov. Straight game, and how's it going? Let's go Oilers. That's tomorrow night. Schmidt going to take this one away. Florida going to spin away. Florida bringing it all the way back. Lundell in his own zone. 5:15 to go. Long pass. Thank you for those thumbs up as the puck is going to jump up and out of play. Holy smokes. They're going to commercial break again. Cats trying to fight back. Slavin putting Barkov down. Everybody is battling. Puck's getting to the net. 7 shots now for Florida. They cannot beat Freddie Anderson. He is locked in right now. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Holy smokes, as we are closing this one out. Endless. It was 2-0, but the second goal that was scored was deemed to be offside. So that second goal was called back. Logan Stankoven holds the lone goal in this hockey game here tonight. If you're just coming in, hit that subscribe for us. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Set your notifications. We're live tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the Oilers and the Stars. Let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors. You guys know how it works. All you have to do is drop one in the chat. Rock, paper, or scissors. But it's the honor system. So you have to drop in. You know, don't change it. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We're going scissors. We're going scissors. What do you got? What do you got? Rock, paper, scissors. Len is going rock. Rock. The Oreo Show's going rock. Dan's going rock. Mega goes paper. Vic paper. Michael scissors. Rick's going rock. Nicholas is going rock. Wow, I got crushed on this round. Tied with Sarah. Frank goes paper. Derek goes scissors. Bradley with the scissors. James is throwing curling rocks. It's a draw with Michael. Wow, paper, paper. A lot of rocks. Darce is going paper. Sam went paper. Billy goes rock. Brian goes rock. Kathleen goes paper. Wow, so many rocks. Yeah, I lost big time. I got a couple of you. And we tied a bunch, but man, the rocks came out big time. All right, coming back from commercial break. We're in the home stretch here. 5:11. 5:11 to go. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Panthers looking to tie. Terrence coming in with the rock. Jack dropping the pickles elbow. Here we go. Puck is going to hop into the Carolina zone. Morrow bringing it around behind the net, trying to play this one up. Cats hold it in temporarily. Now it's knocked out. Carolina regroups, sending it in. Bob is out to stop it behind the net. He plays it up off the glass. This comes out too far from the Panthers' reach. It's knocked down. Boquist tried to get it. He can't. This going in the corner. Martin Hook. He's going to come in with it. Center it across. Stankoven can't put it in. Here's another blast. Stankoven, by the way, has been the best Carolina Hurricane player by a mile tonight. Stankoven bringing this one in. Centering across again. That one misses. Orlov with the rebound. Fires it. Comes to the other side. Burns going to keep this one in. Aho behind the net. Comes to Boquist. Boquist playing it up, and the Cats going to move it out. 4:19 to go. Verhaeghe chasing this one down, trying to get around Burns. Puck is loose there. Down in the corner, Matt Tkachuk steps around. Florida trying to go to the point. They can. It comes out. Here comes Carolina, dropping it across. Cutting in. Jarvis with a backhand, and that goes wide. A little broken play. Tried to make something out of nothing. Florida turning the other way. Here comes Bennett. Bennett has been completely off his game today. Verhaeghe going to play this one up to Bennett. Behind for Tkachuk. Tkachuk, he's getting worked over by Slavin. Burns is going to steal. Comes away in the slot for Bennett. He swings and a miss. You're out. Oh, holy smokes. He had it right there in the slot. He got excited, and he whiffed on that one big time. This down in the corner. Florida trying to bring it out again. 3:28 to go. Here come the Panthers 3-on-3. Gonna dump this one in. Marchand is coming in. He's driving. He runs into the boards. Carolina turning it right back the other way. Over the line. Here's a long shot. That one's blocked. Going in the corner. They center it in front. Barkov up on his man. This coming around back to the point for Orlov. He shoots. Deflection in front. Bobrovsky makes a save. He's gonna hang on to it as Carolina buzzing around here. Whoa. What a little change of pace here. 7 shots for Florida, 2 shots for Carolina, but Carolina has essentially closed the borders to their zone. Florida is really not able to get into the Hurricanes' end with any kind of pressure. Every time they do get in there, Carolina is able to break it up real quick. Diamond, yeah, big win, big win. Bennett had a glorious chance. He missed. They got to figure something out and figure it out real quickly here. Off the draw. Florida comes away with it. They're going to carry this one out. Little bounce off the boards, trying to race in. Burns goes back with it. Boquist up is him. He's going to rotate it. Florida at the line. Can't hold it. Stall fans on it. Florida defender broke his stick, so he's got to come back. Kulikov in his own zone being watched by Stankoven. He's going to spin around the other side. Florida working it up to the boards to Barkov. Barkey going to bring it out up to Bennett. Bennett into the line. Bennett, he shoots. That one goes wide. Comes around the other side. Yeah, big time, Endless. Big time. Florida strips it. Here they come. Panthers in over the line. Marchand going towards the net. Shot is going to get knocked down. Schmidt is going to keep this one in. Empty net for Florida. 6-on-5 for the Panthers. Tkachuk turns it over. An empty net for Carolina as they put it across. And it's going to be Svechnikov passing it over to Aho, who puts it in the empty net. And the Carolina Hurricanes make it 2-0 with an empty net goal. Sorry, the buttons are going crazy. 2-0 Carolina as Jarvis strips this from Tkachuk, plays it to Svechnikov, who gives it to Aho, and Aho puts this one in the empty net. Unbelievable. Wow. 2-0 Carolina with 2:11 left to go. They pull the goalie, and Matt Tkachuk with a terrible play at the blue line just turns this puck over. Wow. Incredible. If you are just joining us, welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're just a couple of likes short of 250. If you haven't hit that like yet, hit that like and hit that subscribe as well. We're 10 subs away from 470. So off the draw. Florida pulls the goalie again. We got 2 minutes. It's going to be 6-on-5. They're going to work this one up, tipping it in. Anderson out to stop it. He's going to play it along the boards. Panthers trying to come in front. Again, that's turned over to Stankova, and it's flipped down the ice. Panthers going to hammer this one right back in. And Carolina going to work this one out. And again, they step right around, and it's going to be Stahl who puts it in the empty net. Stahl is going to get it done. Carolina, holy smokes. It's like Florida wasn't even on the ice. They just stepped right around them twice. On the last play, it was Tkachuk who gave it away. On this play, they dumped it in and they sent it all the way down the ice, and Stahl just steps around Jones and puts this one in. An epic collapse in this game by the Florida Panthers. Just no playing here for the Cats. 3-0 Carolina. This is going to end up, I imagine, is going to end up being the final with 1:34 to go. To put up this kind of a game at home. Nosek going to dump this one in. 20 shots for the, that'll be 21 shots for the Panthers. But everybody, Bennett, an off game tonight. Tkachuk, an off game tonight. Everybody, an off game tonight. Bobrovsky actually has played very well tonight. 2 empty net goals. Boquist going to race this one in. Last minute of play. Florida going to bring this one into the zone. Florida's been epically flat tonight. Puck coming in front. This is going to be flipped out and down the ice. Burns picking up the only assist there. This will be an icing call. Earlier that someone had death threats. Yeah, John, a lot of fans were making threats towards Leaf players. And there was an incident apparently in an elevator as well. Just crazy stories. At the end of the game, Carolina will be thinking, where did that go? Thanking Florida for letting them win one game. Yeah, listen, Carolina has not been able to win a conference final game since they won their cup. Off the draw. Florida trying to put it, and here's Ekblad's stick breaks. See, it's been every time Florida gets a chance, there's a broken stick, there's a block, something. Carolina, what a game they are playing tonight. And it will end the streak for Carolina. This is going to be a penalty.
Couple of roughing calls. I think they're just going to clean.
So some roughing stuff. They're going to remove those players. Gadovich is going for the Cats.
Minor penalty, roughing, 10-minute misconduct.
So minor penalty for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. They're going to remove him from the game. Trying to get rid of any of this nonsense. I think is a rematch for the Stanley Cup. Yeah, straight. I think that's what it's ultimately going to be. I think that's what it's going to be. Right, Jackie? Exactly.
He's going to throw this elbow out on an unsuspecting player who's going for a line change. And once the game gets a little out of hand,
so a little bit of a bump. Gadovich coming in.
Who are just trying to send a message.
It wasn't an elbow, kind of a, you know, when you walk past somebody and you kind of bump their shoulder. That's kind of what Gadovich did, and they're going to give him 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Don't want any shenanigans. We'll be back tomorrow for the Oilers and the Stars, 8 o'clock. I hope you'll join us for that one. 35.6 seconds left to go. Panthers going to win this one around. Short-handed, they're going to bring this one up and just play it all the way down the ice. Thank you so much, Fernando. I appreciate it. 20 seconds to go. Kane's going to just slowly work this one up ice. Molly, that's because I follow the rules. If other people do that, please go watch with them. Don't come here and complain about it. This down in the corner, 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to do it. Game, set, match. The Carolina Hurricanes come away with the big win today. They are done. Carolina takes it home 3-0. The Florida Panthers lost today. The Florida Panthers struggled today. A big struggle. Take a look at these stats. 28-20 the shots. Carolina, 50 hits. 50 hits. By the way, it's the first win in the conference final game for the Hurricanes since they won the Cup. Anderson picking up the shutout. 37 hits for Carolina. 30-24 the faceoffs. So the faceoffs started to become a lot closer than what they were previously. Taking a look at the giveaways, 15 giveaways for the Panthers, 17 giveaways for Carolina, 15-13 the block shots for Carolina. Carolina just played one heck of a hockey game tonight. They were absolutely amazing. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes. AJ, thank you so much for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for hitting those follows, hitting those subs. Oh, there they comes up. Let me just refresh that. I don't know. Sometimes the stats do that here at the end. Here are your 3 stars. Sergei Bobrovsky gets star number 3. Anderson, star number 2. And Logan Stankoven, star number 1. I agree with those stars wholeheartedly. They played a great game. Absolutely. Yeah, Canes win. Canes win. Making it 3-1. They stay alive. So that means it's going to move back to Carolina for the next game. So that is going to be... Well, they're going to have to do it again. They're going to have to keep it going. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Oilers and Stars from Edmonton. And then Wednesday night, Panthers and Canes right back here. Followed by Thursday night, again, Oilers and Stars. Thank you so much. Thank you to the mods. Appreciate everything you all do for us. Thank you, Plain Sharks, for the super chat, as well as Storm Chasers and JDA. Welcome, Kathleen, to the membership crew. Appreciate that. And of course, Bear Shark, the Florida Park Explorer, celebrating 20 months as a rookie member. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the channel members. We appreciate you. Dara, you're very, very welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all. You know, and I do want to say, and I sincerely mean it, thank you all for tuning in night after night after night. I know we were away this weekend, but for the most part, I think those weren't like games 2 and 3 that we've missed. I think we've literally missed 3 nights. 3 nights the entire playoffs. We've been streaming just about every single night, and you've all been showing up. And it's been so much fun getting to know a lot of you. Love seeing the new names coming in, the new, I'd say new faces, but by your little emojis, your new icons coming in. We appreciate it so very much. Cry. You cry, Mike. Oh, gosh. You're an idiot. All right. So we're just going to do that because, you know what, I can. There you go. Boom. See you later. Oh, gosh. Some people, you know, it's funny. It's funny when people come in on other platforms and they come in and they say, well, why aren't you doing this? Other people are doing it. I'm like, well, if other people are going to jump off a bridge, are you going to do it? Like, come on, man. Some people. Anyways. Thank you sincerely for being here all the time. It's so much fun. We're having a great time. We look forward to continue doing this for everybody and just enjoying the playoffs. And we're here till the Stanley Cup is handed out. Doesn't matter who's eliminated. Doesn't matter who goes on. We're here. We're going to do the games. Coming up this summer, we're going to have some CFL action, some Canadian Football League games. If you've never watched Canadian football before, you must come and hang out. We had some good times last year. So lots of content over the summer, of course, before we get right back into it here in the fall time. I want to really thank, we've had a lot of people over the last couple weeks that have hit that subscribe. So to all those new people, thank you for giving us a chance. Thank you for sticking around with us. To those that have joined us over on the Discord, there is our Discord server. Make sure if you want to keep the party going, it's a great place for nights when we're not streaming. Well, not now, but when we're not streaming or during the days to come hang out, have some conversations. Make sure you find this message in the chat. Hit that link. Come on over to the Discord. It's a lot of fun. It's a cool place to be. And the more active we get in there, more active people, the more we'll get. It's called Give Some Love Up, Carolina, the wannabe Hurricane State. Wayne, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see you guys in like less than 24 hours. So thank you for everything. Have an amazing night. Again, thank you to our partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers. And tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell everybody about us to come check us out and hit that subscribe and help us grow as we're pushing to 28K. And we're going to need your help to get there. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. And you know what? Dougie Gilmore, take it away. Good night, everybody.
You're watching Sam Welby experience.